Hi, I'm Dave Jones from the EEVblog.
Am I live? Hello, McFly. Wonder if I'm live. Is anyone watching? Yes, I think I am. I think I am live. Has it been announced? Hi, Dave. Hi, Root. Hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like 100 people just turned up. Whoa. Yes, I'm live. Hello from Germany. First. Mexico, Mexico. Happy New Year. Yes. Yes. Hey, Dave killed it this year. Did I? What did I kill? Or is it the expression? Geez, I'm bright. Sorry, it's just bright in the background here. Can't help it. Whoa, that's just too... This is just insane. Hang on, what I'm going to try and do is get up a live chat. Pop out chat. Here we go. What I'm going to try and do... I'm going to try and be fancy-pantsy here. And I'm going to try and integrate the chat. Watch this. Watch me screw it up. Screen capture. No. Hang on. I'll give it a whirl. Here we go. Boom. Oh, it doesn't work. Ah. XSplit fail. I thought I could try and capture the chat window. And it doesn't work. Please don't screw it up. Yep. Don't touch the buttons. Definite way to screw it up. Alright. Yeah, well that didn't work. That was disappointing. Yeah. There's supposed to be that black window. Can everyone tell me if you're seeing a black window? Are you seeing a black window next to my head? Yeah, black window. Okay. Sutherland Shire. It's not far away. Yes, it's black. Yeah, okay. Well, that failed miserably. That failed miserably. Yeah, I'm using XSplit, and I thought I could capture the window, but obviously it doesn't like capturing that window. What a bummer. What a total bummer. Maybe I can... Hang on. Maybe that'll be less white. Maybe a little bit. Alright. No, sorry, I'm just seeing if I can integrate the chat window. I can definitely do it, I think, if I do this. I'll show you. Here we go. Sorry, I just want to... What I want to do is try and get the chat up as well, because I find that good, because YouTube records this, obviously, and I want to get the screen capture. Boom. It's black again. Wow. Wow. Okay. Alright, this is very unusual. Add. Sorry. I'm just trying to screen capture the entire screen. Yay! Okay, XSplit at the moment doesn't like capturing windows. Fine. Whatever. Alright. There you go. So what I can do is I can go... Oh no, there we go. Yeah. Alright. Duh. Okay. Sorry, I should have just switched to that to begin with. Already got the scene set up. Ta-da! There we go. It's a pop-out window. There we go. And I will bring in my... Sorry. There we go. And where's my pop-up? There we go. I'm a genius. There's probably like some way to dock these or something. People are probably screaming at me, going, I know how to do that. It's easy. Just hit this key sequence. Yeah. Alright. Done. Cool. So we have a window of my ugly mug. Not sure why you'd want to see my ugly mug. And a googly type window. And live chat at EEVblog. That exposure is a bit, how you doing? It's hurting my eyes. Yeah, I know. I can probably turn it down, but I've got to go into Logitech Pro webcam, configure. How's the frame rate? Is the frame rate good? Waving my hands. It's not going to be the best audio because I'm using my Samsung Go mic instead of my big CO1U mic. I've got to wait like 10 seconds before people answer because frame rate's good. Yeah, alright, cool. Because I've got it set to 3 megabits. I'm streaming in 1080p 30 and it said it needs a minimum of 2700 megabits and I went like, well, okay, 3000 megabits, whatever. So anyway, you configure. Okay, I'm in the Logitech. Here we go. Autofocus. We want autofocus, but advanced settings. Here we go. Exposure. Ooh. Right light. Is it even going to update? I don't think it's even going to update. Gain. No, it's all grayed out. It won't let me do anything. Scroll rate of the chat is high, way too high. Yeah, sorry, it's too many people. Oh, there we go. The white balance. White balance I can adjust. Look, the gain I can't. Hang on. Oh no, there we go. Duh. Okay, there we go. How's that? Is that better? There we go. Oh. That's got to be better, right? Turn off the right light. The right here over. Turn off the light from over there. I can't. It's glass. It's window. It's coming in from outside. Much better. Yep. Too bright. A little bit darker. A little bit darker. You people living in caves. There we go. Yeah, you're probably right. That's better. Alright. One stop too bright. Well, I turned it one stop, which is one graduation of whatever Logitech deems to be a resolution thing. Alright. Alright. Turn off the sun. Yeah, no worries. Alright, there we go. We're good to go. Alright. Thanks everyone for joining. I better like... Hang on. This will have a weird thing. Here we go. I'm live. I assume it announced this on Twitter. Did it announce this on Twitter? Hang on. I'll just go back to here for a second so I can do some stuff. Here we go. I've tweeted it. Maybe I should like Facebook it or something. Facebook's still a thing, apparently. Isn't it? God, how do you post something on Facebook? come and join in. Boom. Publish on Facebook. There we go. I can publish on the forum and stuff, but meh. Already got how many people we got, by the way? Does it tell me? 835 watching. Sweet. 841. Yep. Brilliant. That's why I like that's why I like the YouTube Live thing, is because it just announces to everyone. I assume people got, because they were here within, like, before I even got a chance to switch windows, there were already people chatting and scrolling and saying hi, because they just get emailed instantly. Better go with 720p 60 frames per second. Still one day here to go in Portugal. Yeah, it's not the last day of the year here, but I don't know. I might not be here tomorrow. So YouTube announced, yeah, it's good. That's why I like YouTube Live. I don't like the delay. There's better systems than YouTube Live in terms of instant feedback, because this one I've got to wait like 10-20 seconds at least to get, if I ask a question, I've got to wait 10-20 seconds to get feedback. So hang on, let's experiment, shall we? Let's experiment. I want people to just put the number 1 or something, just 1, just type in 1 because it's nice and quick. When I tell you, I want you to do it now. Oh. Now. No, people cheated. Alright, stop. That didn't work. Stupid experiment. Didn't set up the conditions correctly. Oh. That's just... Alright, stop. I was going to time how long the delay is. I know it's a good 10 seconds at least. Depends on your location. It can be like 30 seconds. Even like it used to be worse way back in the day. It used to be like minutes, like a minute and a half or something horrific like that. So, yep. We didn't wait. Really? I'm just watching the mailbag. Yeah, I just released that. Haven't even looked to see if anyone's... I added in the timestamps of where things are in that new one in the comments. Not in the comments, in the description. I added in the timestamps. I thought that was... I should do that every time. Thanks. Ahmed from Egypt. Wow. Cool. I know this is a shitty time zone. Probably the only time zone that kind of sort of works for most people is if I get in here and do it at like 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. I didn't plan this. I was just like, I don't know. I was probably feeling lazy. I just got back from the gym, so I shouldn't be feeling lazy, but, you know, just got back from the gym and I released the video and I thought, oh, well, job done for the day. I've released a video. Hawaii. Oh, 2:10 in the afternoon in Hawaii. Cool. Excellent. 1:05 in the Netherlands. Yeah, there you go. It just sucks. If you're in Europe, yeah, 1 a.m. in Central Europe, it just sucks. But nerds are up until 1 or 2 a.m. anyway, aren't they? I am. most nights I'll be up until probably 1. Yeah. Woo. If you used Hex Chat or something with the IRC, yeah, I've done the IRC thing before. It's just, nah, couldn't be bothered. Just do the YouTube thing. Everyone has access to it. Any news about Patreon? Subscriber lost. No, I'm back. What was I gonna do? I still have to do a video. Maybe I'll do that today. Of my idea for how there can be a YouTube competitor. 22,000 plus notifications. What? Really? Has there been 22,000 posts already? From like 1,000 people. 919 watching now. Wow. Cool bananas. Yeah, I lost. I think I'm back. I think on Patreon I'm back to where I was before, or pretty close. I did lose quite a few, did lose quite a lot, and that's fine. I fully support people, you know, not wanting to use Patreon anymore. And I had quite a few people come back to PayPal, actually, and I tried to convince everyone to go away from PayPal and go to Patreon, but they seem to be coming back to PayPal now. And then I just got spammed yesterday from well, it wasn't spammed, it was targeted. They saw my video, another like competitor to Patreon. It's like buy me a coffee or something. Like, I don't know. It seems to have like all artists on there. I think it's buymeacoffee.com or something. And they say, hey, we saw your Patreon video. Do you want to try us? You know, well, no, because it's in your name. I don't drink coffee, so it kind of just like it's. They've lost out right there. Litecoin, yes, I do accept cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, I do accept all the cryptos. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I accept Bitcoin with the new SegWit address so that you pay less fees. I accept Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, which used to be called BCC, and like a lot of, for a while, for like a month there, some people used BCC, some people used BCH as the name, but it came to be known as BCH. Dash, Zcash, Ripple. Ripple's going like to the moon. Ripple. It's now just overtaken Ethereum as the second most popular behind Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And because Ripple is supported by the banks, but, well, the Ripple system, like, they don't know whether or not the banks will actually use Ripple, like actually use XRP or not, but they'll use the Ripple architecture. Apparently the banks like that, and it's just going sky high. So, yep. Well, everything is. If you bought in the last 2-3 weeks, if you bought at the beginning of December or the first week in December, it didn't matter what you bought. You've tripled or quadrupled your money almost. Like, it really didn't matter. Ethereum Classic, and Cardano as well. I'm into Cardano. I think that has a future. Also known as ADA. So there you go. Yep. Very happy with your XRP investment in quote marks, yeah. Cool, thanks Vin, you learnt so much. Vinigi. Ripple, nipple, what's the difference? One's more fun than the other. That's the difference. Do I accept Bitcoin Gold? I don't know. Actually, I don't have Bitcoin Gold there. I'll have to add Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold is like the poor cousin behind Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. It's like the third cousin, you know. Why all the oscilloscope ads? Because they want to pay to be on my website. I'm setting up a new... I've got a new kit.com thing. They pestered me for a while to join, and now I am in there, and I've got, like, you can buy, anyway, you can't see it there, but yeah, you can buy stuff. And I haven't finished setting them up yet, but I'm going to have all different categories. It basically just works like Amazon. It basically, you can buy through Amazon and BH Photo and all that, and all those sort of places. So yeah. Yes, so that's another way to get donations, because Amazon have discontinued their, if you look right down here, this thing on the side here, they've discontinued their whatever the system was called. I don't know. They haven't discontinued the affiliate program. It's still there, and that's what kit.com uses. But it's their products, like you set up your own shop and stuff like that, your own, like, without actually selling the products. And they've discontinued that in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, so there you go. Use Media Globy, decentralized YouTube alternative. Yeah, come on. It's like all the YouTube alternatives. Yeah. There's yeah, I'll do a video. I think I'll do a quick and dirty video on that, on what the idea that I think the only way to do a YouTube competitor. Any update on the new EEVblog DMM? Yes, I was going to do that this morning. Got a great mailbag for me. Thank you very much, Stefano. What was I saying? Yes, they're on the plane apparently, or they're at the dock in South Korea. They're shipping the Australian ones. Not quite sure. It might be another day or two before they ship the ones to the other distribution centers. But the ones, I'm getting like 170 shipped here to Australia, which covers the Australian orders plus the 50 pre-orders that I had and stuff like that, and a couple of other ones. So they will be here first. So probably Australian people will almost certainly get it first. So unfortunately, I was real disappointed that I missed being able to ship in December, because now it's the weekend, it's Saturday here, so like technically they should like fly in tonight or something, and so they'll be in the docks here tonight or tomorrow. So if it was during the week, I'd be able to get them. I'd probably might get them tomorrow or the day after, but now it's like I'll probably get them on Tuesday, something like that. And then then what I want to do is get like 50 of them. Want to like open 50 and do like test them all at once, just like I did for that BM235, because I want to make sure they all measure the same, you know, or pretty close, because I haven't done that before. I've only, you know, they've only sent like one or twosies. This will be my first time that I actually get a bulk lot of them. Yeah. So anyway, how much have I invested in cryptocurrency? Probably too much. It's not investing, it's gambling. The answer is not enough until it all goes. See, but even if it goes 50, like, you know, plummets 80% overnight, like, people have still made money on it. So like, it doesn't, you know, it'll really have to implode, and I don't think it's going to implode. There will be cycles. They basically step up. It's happened like 20 times in a row. They'll, you know, level up a bit. Well, they'll go up, overshoot, settle down, and level up, and then they'll level up again, and they'll shoot up again, and then drop by 30%, and then they'll level out. It sends like a new level each time. And there's just, the good thing about crypto is because of the nature of the limited, you know, they can't just print more, so to speak, like they can with fiat currency, your regular cash, is that there's X amount of money that wants to get in the crypto market, right? There's X amount of people investing X amount of money in the crypto market, and that money has to be spread among the coins. And, you know, there's always going to be a top 5 or whatever, a top few. And the more people pile in, the price has to go up. Unless it gets evenly distributed across all coins, but it's not. It's going to be, you know, there's going to be a few at the top that have the top market capitalization, and it's just the way it is. So unless everyone pulls their money out of the entire crypto market at once, due to some mass panic or whatnot, like it's not impossible for them to go down. They go to individual ones go down, but it just shifts from one coin to the next, you know. So if you're in like the top 5 crypto coins, for example, you're probably can't lose at the moment unless everyone goes out of the market all at once, so to speak. How much have I invested in slot machines? Yeah, nothing. I don't do the slot machine. I don't do gambling as such. Please check out your website. Am I being set up? Can someone else check it? Calaminglis. timezones.com. Can someone verify that's not going to infest my machine or something like that? Don't do it. When do the meters ship, James? Like shortly after I get them. It depends on which country you're in. Sorry, it's just the distribution, the fulfillment is a nightmare. They're not all being shipped from here. Basically, the ones that are shipped here, so Australians will get them first, just because I'm able to just handle them and ship them quicker than any fulfillment house will. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Oh, the Chinese mailbag. I want to send you chocolate. I'm out. I'm out of chocolate. It's thin. I've just eaten it all. No, I don't. I've got a backup. I've got backup. But that's almost gone too. I'm a naughty boy. Can't help myself. Chinese, do it. It's safe. People said I've tried. It's got projects in it. It's safe. Alright. Alright. I trust the crowd. A general tech guru and coding enthusiast. Welcome to my spot on the internet. Projects. RFID reader. Door entry card. Automation. Security system. Multiplex 7-segment display. Cool. Multiplexing a 7-segment display. Ah, there it is. The warrant. Geez, this is comprehensive. This is very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that Fritzing's incredibly powerful. Now, I haven't really used it in many years, but wow, you put a lot of work into this. Sorry, I forget your name. This is brilliant. Callum Inglis. Awesome. Well done. Put it in your resume. Good stuff. So, oh, I'll leave that up there. Doesn't that look pretty? Just the guy's personal portfolio. Everyone should have a personal portfolio. If you're in the business, you should definitely have a personal portfolio of your work. 903 watching. It usually gets to a couple of thousand by now. 9 thumbs down. Oh, I'm sad. Yeah, usually it gets a lot more than that. Usually I can get a couple of grand. It is a couple of thousand within you know, not too long at all. Please connect all the DMMs in series and compare the current readings. Yeah, I don't know if I could do 50. I'd have to cobble together. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Bad quality cigarette lighters for their high electrical noise. Nah. Causing damage to iPhones. Good. Aren't I mean? No question. Just want to see my name on the video. Whacked. Am I the same EEVblog that used to be a regular at the E-Story? The E-Story? The EE story. What's the EE story? I don't know that, so it's probably not me. But I don't know who else would use EEVblog. Dave, I want an EEVblog t-shirt. Well, you can just go to teespring.com and order one. Anyone respond for the external videos? Yes. Yes, I got a whole bunch of them. Unfortunately, I didn't make it clear in my video announcing that, the guest videos, that a lot of people thought, oh, they could just submit previous videos that they've uploaded to their channel. Sorry, yeah, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted like new material, new video, and sort of like tailor it. And I've got a couple of really good ones. I haven't looked through them all yet. But there's some really, and there's a really awesome. This young kid did this really awesome, not Photoshop, but video green screen edited thing of me pretending to be me in the 1970s. It's really good. It's really good. And there's an FPGA one. So yeah. So there's some guest videos. So I'll release those while I'm away. How is the LCD long-term experiment doing? Hang on, I could destroy something here. Oh, yeah. So, it's still working, but the answer is it's still going. And there's no noticeable, like, anything. So, yep. Anyway, that's interesting. So it looks like in the short to medium term, it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, that's fascinating. Is the new DMM going to be on my web store soon? No, not until March. Not until I've shipped all the Kickstarter meters. Because I simply don't have stock. And even if I did, that'd be a shitty thing to do. Because if I had stock, I'd be shipping them to Kickstarters. So there's like 2,300 people on Kickstarter who want one. So that's a lot of backlog. Yeah, probably. Look, if you're gonna ask a question, put the @EEVblog thing. That's probably because it shows up in orange. That's probably easiest. Can I do a comparison between the new low-end Siglant 4-channel scope and the industry standard? Yeah, I want to. It's just a time thing. And there's so much work involved in that. It's like many, many days solid work, and I just haven't been able to find the time. I really want to do it, but wow. Yeah. Any David 2 projects coming up? Not really. Not really. Could you? I don't know. I might get him to build like that pick and place machine that's been sitting there forever. Maybe while I'm away, he can build the pick and place machine and do that live. Where am I headed for holidays? I'm just going walkabout. That's it. Revisiting the micro supply. Sorry. Yes, David is working on the micro supply. We are working on that. We have we have a prototype part of the circuit, and I need to look at that before I go away. But David has 3D rendered the whole thing. I don't want to show it because it would give everything away. But yes, the micro supply is happening, and it will be the next big project that we're doing. But I don't want to there might be some. I'll do probably another LCD video, the custom LCD and all that. That's the micro supply. Where did I outsource those EEVblog branded multimeters? What do you mean? Bryman and UEI. Bryman, I rebadge a Bryman one, and UEI are the ones who manufacture the new one. I don't know if she should buy the GW Instec AFG 2225. I don't know. There's a lot of competition in the arbitrary waveform gen market. Lots. I don't know. Haven't done an in-depth comparison. What is wrong with Indiegogo versus Kickstarter? Kickstarter is basically... Now everyone's asking a question. Yeah, look at it. That was a Bitcoin one. Way too high. Well, choose a coin that doesn't have high fees. There are ones. I got contacted by the like a board member of Bitcoin Cash, and they were stunned at how much and at the fee I paid for my Bitcoin Cash transaction in that video, and they said that's not right. And they wanted to know who I was using for that, and I told them, and they went, "Oh yeah, that one's shit." So like the exchange is like they've been trying to beat them up about it, and anyway, I'm still accepting guest videos. Yes, electronics idiot. So what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say before I got sidetracked? What question was I gonna answer? How many seconds in a micro fortnight? How many meters in a... I don't know. I like to work in furlongs per fortnight. More app making videos, please. A lot of people didn't like the app. A lot of people, no, that got... Probably not going to do that again. People didn't like that. We copped a lot of flack for that, and David was a bit disappointed in that. So I don't think we'll be doing app videos again anytime soon. Oh yeah, the function, or was it the function gen, or whatever? Oh, Indiegogo versus Kickstarter. That's it. Indiegogo Kickstarter system sucks. Like, really, there's so much stuff in there from a creator point of view. It's just shit, and they haven't fixed it in years. Last time I used it was years ago. Came back and they've just added nothing. It's ridiculous. But Kickstarter is the big brand, right? And Indiegogo is just like the scamming central. Like, to me, it's still, if your project's on Indiegogo, oh, why? It couldn't meet the rigorous standards of Kickstarter, so it's a scam. You know, it's like, but there's so much. But Indiegogo are really going hardcore in terms of trying to get it as not just a crowdfunding place, but as like a reselling place and stuff like that. So they actually approached me and said, hey, do you want to put your product on Indiegogo, not as a crowdfunder, but as a in-demand thing? I don't know if David's going to release his 3D printing project. He answered that the other day, and I don't think so. No, I've never been to Shenzhen. I've been to Shanghai. Haven't been to Shenzhen. And some advice on scope hacking. I don't know. Just that it's possible. So I don't, like, I'm not good at like hacking firmware and stuff like that. That's just not my thing. I'm just, you know, like, if it involves hardware, yeah, I could do it. But if it involves cracking encryption keys and looking through firmware source files for entry points or whatever it is, I don't know. I'm just not into that sort of stuff. Do I know of op amps that can buffer units of kilovolts? Not. There's ones that do hundreds of volts. They're pretty rare, but there are ones, like old ones generally, like they come from the 70s or whatever, and they still make them. Can't remember offhand, can't remember numbers, but not kilovolts, no. Wow, no, you would have to... the problem, no, you'd have to roll your own. You'd probably have to... No, you can't, because the silicon inside, no, you wouldn't be able to do it. You'd need such a large surface area of silicon, I don't think you'd ever do it on an op amp. It'd have to be a discrete solution for a kilovolt level op amp. Like back when I was doing high voltage stuff, that's like a decade plus ago now, it was hard to get. Well, it depends on what sort of power you're after, but it was hard to get like big power transistors over like 600 volts. Once you went over 600 volts, it was like real exotic end of the market, and there really wasn't much in the way of power transistors that could do it. I believe it's a bit different these days, but anyway. Yeah, I'm sure Indiegogo people are fine people, but, you know, they just, like, it's just full of scams. It got known as Scammer Central, and they often wouldn't do anything about it. You know, it's just, they're getting better at it. I'm sure they're fine people. Where can you get the poster behind me? There's the title, Chart of Electromagnetic Radiations. Just Google it, and you'll find the Flickr page for the Bell Labs. I think it's Bell Labs who did it and scanned it in, and you'll find it. Just Google it. Chart of Electromagnetic Radiations. Multimeters Bio Guide from 2010 still up to date. No, it's, well, the things in there are the things I talk about, are still relevant, but if I recommended any meters, then no, probably not. Any more vintage display driving in the future? No, but I've got a couple of, I can show you. Hang on. Spoiler alert, turn away now for a video, but I've got a Tandy 200. Tandy 200 portable computer. Always wanted one of these babies. Anyway, because I've done videos on the Tandy 100, I got Tandy 200, and what I wanted to do is do a video actually dialing in. It doesn't have a back cover on it. Dialing into oh boy, hang on. Need a drink. A video dialing into a 300 board BBS, and I've made up a custom cable for it, and but I haven't been able to connect yet, so I'm not sure what's wrong. I need to put more work into that, but I want to do a video just for old time's sake, using a Tandy 200 just to dial in to a 300 board bulletin board. So if you know of a 300 board bulletin board system still running, preferably here in Australia, but I can dial overseas, that's what I've been doing currently, then please let me know. Send me an email. Yeah, oh shit, Tandy 200. Yep. BBS is a bulletin board system, youngster. Fragalot. What do I think of pirate radio? Cool. USB microscope project. Oh, it's kind of sort of gone nowhere. Like, hang on. No, David might get upset if I show it. Anyway, we do have a prototype. We've got a prototype, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's sort of like bottom of the priority at the moment. Can we talk about active probes? What do you want to know about active probes? They're easy to blow. Don't hook your active probe. I know exactly what you're doing with your active probe. Do I have a 3D printer? Yeah, I still got my MakerBot, whatever it is. It still does okay. It's just sitting over there. We occasionally print out models of stuff. What is my stance on free open source versus proprietary software? Like, choose whatever. The world can't work on just open source. It needs to be proprietary. Like, I support both. Choose whichever one floats your boat. I mean, you know. And once again, same with... no, I haven't played with the Hack RF. Do you have HD radio in Australia? No idea. It's like... what was I going to say? Open source hardware is... still haven't cracked 1,000. Wow. Yeah, open source hardware. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's like open source hardware is not going to take over the world. It can't. Just the practical fiscal reality of, you know, basing everything on open source hardware is just, it's just not going to, like, you know, it's always going to be a niche, I think. It's just the way it is. So, like, you know, that's why you haven't seen... That's why when MakerBot got so big, they just couldn't do the open source thing anymore, right? They just, you know, And that's why you probably may not ever see a huge, massive conglomerate company that's doing open source hardware. That's just doing open source hardware. It's just, because when you put a lot of time and effort into developing like a real product, I'm not just talking about like an Arduino shield or just a bare board or whatever, but a real product with real engineering that goes into it, that takes you 9 months, a year, or 2 years to develop, right? Then, it's just like hard to make it entirely open source. I mean, what do you want? The 3D models for the case? Do you want the bill of materials including all of your supplier information and everything, the contacts at your suppliers, everything? Because that's what your purists, want. And it's just, there's got to be a balance somewhere, which is why I did that open source hardware logo thing with the letters. Choose whatever you want to actually release, and that's just a practical reality of the world. Do I plan to do some new EEV Discover videos after the meter stuff settles down? Yes, I do. I really feel embarrassed that I set up that new channel and I was just too lazy to organize filming these things. And I've got a list of videos that I want to do, list of places I want to go. And it's just, I've got to get off my ass. Like, it's just, it's because it's not something I can do on my own, because most of the stuff I want to do with EEV Discover is I want to go visit places. So I've got to not only get contacts there, but I've got to find the right people there who can talk technical, right? Because I don't want it being me talking. I want it being them talking about their stuff, because they're the experts. And going, cool stuff and cool locations. So I've just got to get off my ass and organize and arrange and find people to do that sort of stuff. So YouTube won't replace TV completely. No, not for the foreseeable future. Streaming's huge now. Like, I watch very little TV. I'm watching Netflix and stuff. What is my advice for someone who wants to get into aerospace electronics engineering? Work on aerospace stuff. I mean, it's real obvious stuff. Work on stuff on the outside. Like, if you're like in aerospace, you'd get into building your own drones and stuff like that. Do stuff on the outside. That will help you get a foothold into the industry. So that is the best advice I can give. Where are the schematics? Oh yeah, I've got to release those, don't I? Ed, so I'm not sure, and it depends on the country you're in and stuff like that. Any videos about RF controls? No. Yeah, don't slack on the amp hour. So much more fun. Unfortunately, the amp hour is it. I haven't been on a lot. Chris does a lot of the stuff himself. Now, like a lot of the interviews and stuff himself. Now, I'm just like my Mrs. EEVblog wants me to drop the amp hour. She wants me to drop it entirely, because it always comes at a bad, the recording always comes at a bad time when I'm behind, when I'm under the pump behind or whatever, and it's just I don't know, and it doesn't generate any income. It doesn't pay the bills and stuff like that. And we're still doing it, but unfortunately, it's just, even though Chris does almost everything for it, he does the editing, I just basically turn up. It's still, it's still it just takes time in the middle of the day. It's just not a convenient. We've changed the time to 8 a.m. in the morning or something, which is kind of a bit more convenient for me. Because before it was 10 a.m. in the morning, and that would just kill the day. Because most people are probably used to this. It's if you're working on something, you don't want to have to go off and do something else for a couple of hours and then come back, because it just kills the flow of what you're working on, be it shooting or editing a video or whatnot. So just the middle of the day really killed almost that whole day for me, even though I was only there for an hour or two. It just really yeah, killed the ability for me to do stuff. What about a technical traveling guide to Australia? It's not much here. You just come here for the scenery. Why don't you use Amazon for fulfilling orders, and why doesn't Australia have a space program? I do have Amazon fulfillment. I do use, but they take 17%. Well, it's like a 4% fulfillment fee or something. I don't know. Amazon fulfilling orders in the US are a pain in the ass. The Amazon service is a pain in the ass if you've ever actually tried to use it. Once you've got it up and running, and they've got bugs in it galore, it's like, it's not as easy as you think. Have I ever watched Strength Wars? I have no idea what Strength Wars is, so the answer is no. Miss EEVblog seems to be the chief financial officer of the operation. Oh, she just, I'll come home on a Thursday when we shoot it, and she, what did you do today? Oh, I shot the amp hour, didn't do much else. Recorded the amp hour, and stupid amp hour. So she keeps saying that. Because it's not my main thing, and I struggle to get time as it is. So that's the problem. Have I ever tried Jita? No. Like 10 years ago or something. I did an interview with come on. DJ Delory. There it is. Jita interview with DJ Delory. And
welcome.
Yay, the old intro. Here we go, I'll turn it on.
To the EEVblog, an electronics engineering video blog of interest to anyone involved in electronics design. I'm your host, Dave Jones. I'm here with DJ Delory. Thanks for joining us, DJ.
121. Yeah, the intro, the old-fashioned spinning vertex board intro. That was an Altium. That was a board I did at Altium, and had gigabit Ethernet and all sorts of stuff on it. And,
Jones.
And it was used a big Vertex 5 at the time. That was a big high-end chip at the time, and I'll turn off system sound. And that was like yes, and I used a space navigator. If you don't know what a space navigator is, I've got one here. I don't actually have it hooked up to the computer at the moment because I don't do much like 3D CAD stuff anymore. But it's a knobby thing, and you could twist it and go like that, and it's really nice for doing 3D movements, and stuff like that. So I was using that to like manually spin the board, and then doing the crude screen capture. So it's like that's me manually. That's why it doesn't look like I'm zooming out. So I'm pulling it out like that, and then I'm doing that. So that's the story behind that. So I used a space navigator to do that. At back in the day, everyone at Altium had the space. Now Altium's always for a long time supported the space navigator thing, and everyone at Altium had a space navigator. They're pretty cool. So yes, that's how. Anyway, DJ Delory. Yes, I interviewed him when I was in America, and he's one of the developers of Jita. He wrote the PCB version of Jita. So there you go. Yep. Yay, you caught the live show. Yep. Anyway, so yes, And that is his real name, by the way. That is his actual name, DJ. It's not initials for something. I believe that's his real name, DJ Delory. I actually knew DJ before I ran into him at this conference. I didn't know he was into the Renesas chips and stuff like that. So that's why he was at the conference. He was giving some talks and stuff. There, he's big in their community kind of thing. And I actually knew him before. I'd never spoken to him, but I knew his name before I ran into him there. And because he used to win a lot of the contests in the magazines. Elector, was it? No, not Elector. Circuit seller contests and stuff like that. He actually won a lot of those contests back in the day, submitting projects and whatnot. And so that's how I knew his name. Dave just ruined the magic of the Space Navigator. Why did I ruin the magic of the Space Navigator? What about the Signal Path channel? Any cooperation? EEVblog, Signal Path. I've done a series of videos with Sharia. They're really cool. We had a chat at the Powerhouse Museum, and we talked about engineering, RF, YouTube, Bell Labs, all sorts of stuff. So if you haven't seen those videos, check it out. I'll get another YouTube community strike for the old music. Yeah. And a lot of people ask, these guest videos I'm going to have coming in a couple of weeks. A lot of, yes, I do watch Jordan Peterson stuff. I like Jordan Peterson. One smart cookie. No, it's not just random videos. I do like Jordan Peterson. I do like his fight against the compelled speech thing in Canada. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, no, I started watching him for that, and then stayed for his psychology stuff, because he's a clinical psychologist, and I just find that subject fascinating. So yeah, it's really good. What was I talking about? Yeah, a lot of people thought that the guest videos were going to be like a collaboration between me and the other channels, like we'd do something together, and that's not how guest videos work. True collaboration videos are really hard to do, and hard to do well. Some of the science channels, they do really excellent collaborations, and they spend sometimes a year on them, getting just one video, like in different parts of the world, and it's just, they put so much effort into it. And it's just, I figure if I'm going to do a collaboration video with another channel, then it needs to be good, I think. When's the Falcon Heavy launch? Did I ever have to censor a mailbag item? I don't recall ever censoring a mailbag item. When will I drive an electric car? Well, I've driven the Tesla before. I want to buy one, but they're not cheap here. And even second-hand, they're hard to get. I was looking at a second-hand Nissan Leaf just a couple of weeks back, and they're just, they're not that cheap. DJ DeLorean. Yeah, it would have been an even cooler name. Yep, he should change it. Do they still have Dick Smith's helicopter up at the Powerhouse Museum? I think so, but the Powerhouse Museum has been turned into apartments. Don't get me started. Unbelievable. How's my PV update? Oh, I want to get a battery system for my PV, home PV system. I'll look into that when I get back, probably. RS components. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with RS components. To me, RS components has been less electronic components, more like mechanical stuff. I've used them for, but have I ever worked on classified stuff? Yes, I have. I used to work for military companies. So I did work on lots of classified military stuff. Will the micro supply be a kit? No, it's not going to be a kit. It's going to be a finished, polished product. Probably crowdfunded. Second-hand leaf in New Zealand, and they're expensive, yeah. Yeah, and the old batteries, yeah, you got to be careful, because once you lose one... I think if you lose 1 bar on the battery gauge on a Nissan Leaf, it's like it translates into like 10% of the range or something, 20%. I don't know. It's just... yeah. My professional opinion on YouTube Red. I don't mind the concept. Like 15% maybe of my income comes from YouTube Red. I'm a YouTube Red. I'm in the YouTube. I joined the YouTube Red thing, so I pay the whatever it is for YouTube Red, and I like knowing that the money goes directly to the content creators like me. And I don't get any ads on YouTube. So yeah, it's great. I pay for YouTube Red. I like it. I like the system. You know, I don't think I've watched any like YouTube Red exclusive stuff. I don't like the idea of that exclusive content so much. I don't think I'd ever do it. Do I believe in free energy? There's your answer. So did I miss the chat? Did anyone's head explode when I said I liked Jordan Peterson? Yeah, submarines and other stuff. Yep. Ever do a review on Klein Tools multimeter? I took a Klein Tools. That's interesting. Klein Tools is how I came to be in contact with Cane Test, which are UEI, who do the 121 GW multimeter. And it's a very convoluted company history, but Klein Tools, Cane Test, UEI, and Finest are all kind of the one, like they're all related. So it's a weird... so yeah, I was talking to a client. I think I was talking to a Klein Tools guy because I took one of their rugged multimeters through one of my obstacle course mud things, and then he said, "Oh, you should talk to this guy from Cane Test, the owner of Cane Test." And I was talking to him about, I don't know, American-made multi, because the Cane Test make American-made multimeters. Fluke aren't the only ones who make multimeters in the USA. Cane Test do as well. And then yeah, I mentioned, hey, I always wanted to do my own multimeter, and they said, yeah, we can do that, no worries. And so that's how it came about, through Klein Tools, because they're related in some way. I forget. Building a power wall based on lithium-ion batteries. Okay, what's my opinion? I've mentioned that on the Amp Hour. I'm not a big fan of making your own do-it-yourself power wall. If you want to do it, go ahead. You know, have fun, but just be careful. Because if you don't do it right, the thing's gonna, you know, thing could be a death trap or a fire trap. So just be careful. I wouldn't build my own. No, I just have it properly engineered. Like, just buy a properly engineered one. Sonar, yes, underwater sonar. Systems for naval ships and stuff like that. I've worked on those. Yes, like 1 megahertz plus, you know, beam forming active underwater sonars. The big domes. Like, I don't know, maybe I could... Is that how? No, that's how you pronounce it. You know, one's like... Are they going to have a picture of the dome? No. No. Oh, why not? I'm trying to find a picture of the nah. Jeez. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. No, thought I'd be able to find it. Why wasn't it under Scylla? I forget. It's too long ago. Anyway, yeah, the big sonar domes that go in the end of the ships. Like those. End of the, they go in the big bulbous projections on the end of the ships. Anyway, it was a... Oh, come on. Scylla. Sonar. Oh, it's got to be there. Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. God, I forget. It's been 15 plus years. It's been too long. It's been far too long. Anyway, I've worked on both the submarine ones and the naval ship ones. Yeah. So there you go. I can't believe I got it. I'm just forgetting the name of the cool looking. It was made of, like, it was one big brass. It was like the biggest brass ball in one thing. It was like 3 meters wide or something, and it was the biggest single piece brass thing ever manufactured here in Australia or something. It was just insane. It was like a big one piece brass thing, and it had the sensors all over, plastered all over the outside, but it was one big machined piece of brass or something. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yep. Anyway, meh. Let's have that up. Just looks funky. Alright. Are you ever doing a worldwide tour meeting people? No, probably not. I've got a family. Like, if I was young and single, yeah, of course. Or if I didn't have kids, yeah, of course. But I just can't do it. Your whole life changes when you have kids. Do I think the aliens are coming to get us? No, they're not. Anyone who believes in that shit is just delusional. Did you make videos on your multimeter design? No, I didn't. I'll make them post. Do you have a release date for the micro supply? No. No. Nothing. Is my wife an engineer? No. She's a scientist. Environmental scientist. Chemist. / environmental scientist. Geochemist, actually. Yeah, I love going in submarines. They're cool. Do I think molten metal rechargeable batteries? I haven't looked into them. There's so many battery technologies, more than you can poke a stick at. Yes, I've been to Germany. I've been to Hamburg and Lübeck. Been to Hamburg and the little city of Lübeck. There we go. I liked Lübeck. That was, I can remember, I'm not sure what happened, but like the day, it must have been the long car drive there from Hamburg to Lübeck. I went down the Autobahn or whatever, and so yeah, it was, what is it? Yeah, Hamburg's up here somewhere. No, Hamburg's here, and then I went all the way up to Lübeck, and jammed in this tiny little pissant car, and it went doing 220 k's an hour on the motorway. Oh my god, thought I was gonna die. Anyway, yeah, I was stuck in there. Like, my legs were up like this, and I got out, and I couldn't walk. I had this like just this cramp in my leg that would not go away. I'm not sure whether, like, I hadn't hydrated or something. I don't know. It was really bad, and I can remember hobbling around Lübeck on one leg. It was still fun though. Anyway, am I part Asian? No, I'm not part Asian. Do I look part Asian? Do I? No. I'm directly related to the first free settlers in Australia. So I'm as Australian as you can get without being Aboriginal. So, have I ever been skiing? Yes, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. No, I'm not a terrific skier. I wouldn't go skiing now with my reconstructed ACL leg. I wouldn't do it. I'd be too scared I'd break it. Probably try snowboarding one time. Maybe. No, I'm not coming to the US anytime soon. Like, I used to enjoy traveling. I used to like, it was a big adventure, hopping on a plane, going overseas. I used to love it. I don't know how many times I've been overseas. 20 times or something. I used to love it. But now I am just over it. I'm over it. People don't realize how far it is from Australia. Just to get to the US just to get to the west coast of the US is 15 hours solid on a plane. So by the time you get to the airport, you've got to be at the airport 3 hours beforehand. It takes me an hour to get to the airport. There's 4 hours right there on top of that. So we're already approaching 20 hours. It's like by the time I get even to the west coast of the US and you get through customs and everything else, west coast of the US, it's like 22 hours one way, right? Minimum. And then you've got to do the same thing coming back. So it's like more than 40 hours. It's more than a full working week. A full working week. Over 40 hours just to get to the US and back. So, people go, oh, why don't I just make an appearance at a conference or something and for a day and then fly back? Nah. No. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't have the enthusiasm to see. I hate, because I can't sleep on planes. And I just, no, if I'm going to go overseas, I'm going to go over there and spend a long time there. So it makes me worthwhile. What do I think of IOTA? As a cryptocurrency, I'm into IOTA. I like IOTA. I should accept IOTA, actually. Yes, IOTA has a future. You should cosplay as Big Bird. What? Reconstructed leg sounds bad. Yes. There you go. You can watch my video. You can watch my knee surgery. There you go. For those, I'm going to creep out people. I'm going to creep them out. There you go. There you go. Trigger warning. There's them operating on my knee. Woohoo! Yeah. And look, they had like a robot face on it. Sorry if I'm just, like, people are just puking now because there's no blood in it. There's no blood, but you can watch my full, you can watch my full surgery on there. I was bummed because the surgeon, like I told him, I operate this YouTube channel, I'd like the video, please. And he said, yeah, no worries. I'll do it for you, film it for you. And he turned on the external video here, and he also turned on the arthroscope video as well. He turned on the recording for that, but for some reason it didn't come through. The arthroscope video didn't come through, so all we got was the external one like that. So there you go, that's my knee, and they're about to chop into it. So there you go. Sorry for freaking people out. Think next steps in battery technology. I don't know. It's not going to happen. Like people think, oh, we're 2 years away from a revolutionary battery tech that's going to be 10 times the energy density of lithium ion. It's bullshit. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just, lithium ion's already getting not close, but it's it's getting reasonably close to the maximum energy density that you can safely put inside a battery kind of thing. It's like, I don't expect 10 times the battery capacity anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. I think it's BS. No, I don't use any home automation hardware. I hate home automation hardware. Am I a Jew? No. I'm a card-carrying atheist. And everyone should be a card-carrying atheist, because everyone is an atheist when it comes to every other religion except their own silly religion which they were brought up in. Funny that. What a coincidence. Happens to be the one you were brought up in. Yeah, like, I've triggered a lot of people now. Oh, you watch the comments. You watch them. It's just, like... just stay surrounded by poisonous snakes in Australia. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the fact that a big part of Australia is running on coal. I don't like it. I pay for the last decade plus. I've paid for green energy, even before I had my solar system on my roof. And any excess I use from the grid that I don't get from my own roof solar comes from wind energy. I pay for wind energy. I know it doesn't work magically like that. People go, what are you talking about, Dave? It doesn't work like... I know it doesn't work like... I don't know the electrons came from the, from the actual wind farm, but I pay to put to build new infrastructure, wind infrastructure, to put back into the grid the amount I use. So, like it, so yeah. So I do support it. Oh, I'll tell you what. One thing I'm pissed about, I tweeted this the other night. Feasibility study. Right? The Snowy Hydro Mountain Scheme, which I want to do a EEV Discover video on. I think it'd be cool. In fact, there's lots of renewable energy stuff that I want to do EEV Discover videos on. Look at this feasibility study, right? The Australian government own through the Snowy Mountain, the Snowy Hydro Limited Company, right? Owned by the government, therefore owned by the taxpayer. They've done this feasibility study into they're doing an upgrade to the original Snowy Mountains hydro scheme, which is like one of the world's biggest hydro schemes we've got here in Australia. We built it back in the 50s or something, 40s or 50s or something. And they want to extend it. And look, they just released a feasibility study of this new upgrade. And look at this. The cost estimate chapter omitted. They actually omitted the cost estimate chapter. This chapter is intentionally omitted. Just so happens that chapter would be the only one in here that would be the most politically sensitive, and they claim that they kept it private. They actually redacted that because of commercial sensitivities. Bullshit, right? They just, because they've overrun the budget on this. It's going to show it's not going to be economical, which is a shame, because I want them to expand the hydro scheme. I like the Snowy Mountain hydro scheme. I like hydro. It's good. Hydro is awesome. Apart from the environmental damage it does as a it changes the environment, so that's not good. But as a power source, I love hydro. It's great. And yeah, they redacted that. They omitted that. This is a government report paid for by the taxpayer. Unbelievable. It just hit the news the other day, like last night or something, and I tweeted that. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'll leave my crypto up there if anyone wants to donate Bitcoin. Anyway, stop it, please. Stop what? Yes, I've been to the Kennedy Space Center. Yes. I've been to the Kennedy Space Center. I could pull out a photo somewhere of me next to a Saturn V. Yep. What do you want me to stop, Denny? Talking about atheism? Crap like that is why people draw a donkey on their ballots. Yeah, ballots, yep. Oh, yes, I want to do another meetup. Sorry, I was going to do one in December, and just too much shit happening, too lazy on my part. Yeah, so it'll have to be when I get back so late January, early Feb. Yep, I'll do another meetup. Yeah, I want to go to Iceland. Iceland's on my bucket list. Is the West Coast any good to visit like Perth? Yeah, Perth is a very nice city. And driving up the coast, drive up and down, like Perth is at the lower southern end of Australia, and drive all the way up to the beach. I'm just my brain's not. Broome. I've driven from Western Australia, from Perth. Been down to Mandurah down there, Bunbury, at Geraldton. You know, there's lots of nice towns along the way. Stayed at Carnarvon. You know, it's a really nice. Exmouth, stayed at Exmouth. It's a really nice drive up there. There's lots of stuff that you can do, and go all the way up to Broome. Broome's a bit touristy, but it's, you know, it's famous for its camels on the beach, even though camels aren't an Australian thing, really. But anyway, yeah, it's, yes. So there's a lot to, I highly recommend, if you're going to do that, go to, oh, geez. Now, I'm going to come a gutsy here. Or is it too far in? What's all this X? What's all this EX stuff? Anyway, there's some great canyons there. God, what are they called? Done a video. Zone, Knox Canyon in Trip. Yes. Karajini National Park. Highly recommend Karajini National Park. Yes, if you're going over there.
In July 2008.
There you go. So, yep. That's me going canyoning in Karajini National Park. Anyway, very nice. Very nice. Very ancient rock there. And, yep. So, yeah, fun. Highly recommended. Yep. Thank you very much, Ammon. No, I haven't been to Argentina. What's the worst speeding ticket I've ever received? Ah, it's not bad. You know. What does a card-carrying atheist mean? It's just a figure of speech. Chip Guy vids. It just means that I'm outspoken about it. You know, I have no fear about, you know, saying I'm an atheist and calling bullshit on all the religions. Because they are. They're like, why anyone believes that, I don't know. People want to believe. Okay, that's fine. You know, but, like, I got nothing against religion as such. If you want to believe it, hey, knock yourself out. Fine, whatever. You know, if it makes you feel better, meh. Great, right? But just don't have any influence over government. Don't pay your damn taxes, churches, right? And don't have any influence in children over school, in schools, right? Apart from that, I don't care what you do. Yeah, so, you know, am I a candidate for a Mars trip? Any thoughts on Tesla truck? Seems not practical. Yeah, I actually had David do some research on that, so we do have some research on the numbers behind the Tesla truck. I was kind of going to do a video on it, but I think the numbers came out that it's okay. I probably should still maybe do a video, but it's still a lot of work. But I just got David to like find links and stuff and numbers and all that sort of stuff, so that I'd have a head start if I did a video. Have I ever used the super heterodyne receiver, which is behind me on the poster? Not. Yeah, the answer is yes, but not directly in a project that I've rolled my own or whatever. Really, Haven't like rolled my own superhet receiver, for example. My opinions on nuclear energy. Nuclear. Well, okay, it's good, right? Yeah, it's fine, but nobody ever talks about the elephant in the room with nuclear energy, which is getting rid of the waste. Not a single country in the world that uses nuclear energy has found a way to dispose of has set up a facility to dispose of their waste properly. It's just in temporary storage, and it's just, no. I think renewables and maybe hopefully fusion in the future, they always say it's 20 years away, I don't know, I'm still hopeful. But everything, I think, like, Australia should not go nuclear. As in, like, I think, like, if you're nuclear now, fine, keep on doing it, whatever. But, yeah, building new ones, I think you're going to be on the wrong side of the future, I think, if you go with nuclear. I know that won't be a popular decision. Yes, I know AVE. Yeah, it won't be a popular decision, a popular opinion, but, I just would much rather see us use renewables, because we could do it if we really wanted to. Molten salt, and there's geothermal, and there's tons of other renewable energy options. We could power all of Australia with renewable energy. We don't need to go nuclear. Going nuclear, it'll take us 10 years to even get the first one commissioned, even if we decided to go now and ponied up all the money. It's just like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb to do it now, That's like, I don't think the US have built a new nuclear plant in 30 years, have they? I don't know. Oh, no, I think they are. Which country is not? France hasn't? I don't know. I used to look into that sort of stuff. I used to research that, but I forget the figures now. We'll think we'll get supersonic air transport anytime soon. No, I don't think it's efficient enough. I could be wrong, but I think it would have happened by now. They tried it with the Concorde and it just wasn't economical, whatnot. Yeah, what am I doing? Whoa. Just jumped. Comments just jumped. Yeah, Australia has all six of the top 6 of the world's most poisonous snakes. That is true. That is completely true. Like, even our, like, third venomous or something is 10 times more than a cobra. One of the US's deadliest snake or whatever. It's like, or a taipan or something like that. It's like, it's 10 times, like, order of magnitude more deadly. Tutorial on audio amplifier design. No, I'm not really into audio amps. I've always wanted to do, in fact, I kind of promised maybe to do a video with Rod Elliott. So I've spoken to Rod Elliott. I caught up with him at there you go. I did an interview with Rod Elliott. Caught up with him. He dropped by the stand at when I was at the trade show, and we had a good 11-minute. Well, we had more than that, but that's all I filmed. And yeah, he's here in Sydney. We should do like a whiteboard thing one day. He's a clever dude, and if you haven't been to his website, ESP Audio or whatever, Elliott Sound Products, if you're into audio, wow, this is the holy grail site of audio information. It doesn't look like much there, but you go into it. He's written hundreds of articles, hundreds of circuit designs, hundreds of theory of operation for stuff. He does debunking as well, things like that, and it's like it's the duck's guts. Rod does the best audio stuff. So yeah, so maybe because I'd be talking out my ass if I started talking audio amps, really. I'll just get Rod to do it. I'll just, like I did with Doug, talking about microphones, my mate Doug Ford. So... The chat's auto-scroll. Oh, okay. Right. Hey, Mike's here. JAL have pre-ordered 20 planes from Boom Supersonic. Who's... Oh, right. Okay. There you go. I haven't heard of Boom Supersonic. I didn't know there was a new thing. Apparently it's a thing, is it? Yeah, Rod Elliott's cool. He's a top bloke. He's a top bloke. Yeah, just for basics of... Yeah, it's not only audio. Yeah, go to Rod Elliott's website. Just go there. Seriously. It's good. RF antenna basics. Once again, I'd be talking out my ass. I'm not an RF antenna guy. You would gain a ton of subs if I design a basic tube amp. Well, yeah, maybe. Have I reached 500,000 yet? I don't think so. I think I'm really crawling towards 500,000 subs. What do I think about flying cars? Yeah, well, they were the future, weren't they? 20 years ago, I remember seeing that on Beyond 2000, the flying car. Once again, I've done a video on that. It's like I've done a video on everything. Has the future arrived yet? Part 1, where I look through the old Beyond 2000 books. I did a Doc Brown thing. Yeah, the old Beyond 2000 books. And they had flying cars in them back then, back in the 80s, right? And, yeah. Like... And, yeah, so I go through there. There's probably a flying car mentioned in there somewhere. And, it never happened. Oh, look at that state-of-the-art computer. Look at that. Love it. Love it, love it. Anyway, yep. No, I don't think that a Star Trek anti-matter annihilation is a viable source of power. Do I watch AVE's videos and do I like them? I don't watch his, like, very occasionally if he does so. I'm subscribed to his channel, but I don't get, auto updates. I'm not into power tools and stuff. I don't regularly watch his channel. But yes, I like the stuff that he does, and there's a reason why he's popular. More debunking videos. Yeah, well, I want to do the... I was going to start it yesterday, actually. I wanted to do... I probably should do it today. It's 12:30. Should bugger off and actually be productive and actually produce content. Although, technically, this is content. Yay. Oh, the burden of being a YouTuber. What was I talking about? More debunking. Yeah, I want to do a video debunking the... mental block. The, yes, the Energist. What is it? How do you pronounce it? Yeah, the wireless power phone charging thing. RF power phone charging thing. It's bullshit. Yeah, good on Elon. He's working on electric yet. Will I interview Elon Musk? He's not going to want to be interviewed by me. And he's not a good interviewee. Sorry for all you Elon Musk fanboys, but yeah, he really, for a guy in his position, he really needs to take some public speaking lessons, really. I mean, I can't talk, right? But, gee, I was, yeah. But that's just him, which is fine. But, I mean, maybe he's better if you work, if you work with him and he's not in front of a camera and you're just talking technical with him. Maybe he'd make a fantastic interview if I left a secret camera running and it was just us talking tech or something. But, yeah, but I see so many interviews with him and they're so shit. And you can tell he's just going, I'm going to get another shit question, aren't I? I'm going to get another shit question. And it's like, like, yeah. Anyway, that'd be cool, but it's not going to happen. Would I be interested to be a board member in a startup company in the US? Muhammad. I've never been invited to be a board member of a company. I don't know what that would entail. Do you just want to use my name? That Dave Jones is a board member, therefore it's a good idea, you know, it's a viable idea. Because you can bet your ass I wouldn't want to be a board member on a startup company that's full of shit. That's for sure. Doesn't matter how much you pay me. Misha Scott has not appeared on the Amp Hour. No, and she won't appear on the Amp Hour. That's all I have to say about that. What's your honest opinion of solar roadways? Yeah. Do I drink or smoke? No, I don't drink. No, I don't smoke. I never have drunk or smoked. I don't drink tea, coffee, alcohol, or smoke, or do drugs. A lot of people ask that. Like, what drug do I do? I get asked that at the gym all the time because I'm so enthusiastic at what I do. You know, like, seriously, are you on drugs? Like, no, I'm not. I'm just enthusiastic. Sue me. Try it sometime, you know. Get that question all the time. Where are most subscribers of EEVblog from? Well, the largest number is from the US, which is like 20 to 25%. Like a quarter of my audience are US. Depends on where you get the numbers from. Yes, I know Great Scott. Yes, he's doing a... he's got a great channel making, doing excellently produced videos. Very formulistic. That's why he's popular, because he gives the people the same thing he wants every time. The same thing they expect every time. Whereas my channel is different. I've talked about this before, because my channel is so eclectic. I do such a broad variety of content. I just can't possibly please every single subscriber, because everyone subscribes for a different reason. Whereas a channel like Great Scott, you subscribe to his channel and you'll probably get the same type of video almost every time that you subscribe for. But some people just subscribe to my channel because they like the tutorials, or they like the debunkings, or they like the mailbag or whatnot. And if I do some other type of video that they don't like, they thumbs down it, you know. Yeah, he's socially awkward. He's likable. I'm sure he's a very likable guy. No, I don't think Thunderfoot has debunked the RF charger thing. No, I don't think anyone on YouTube's debunked the Energis or whatever they call themselves. No, I don't think so. No, I'm not a ham radio operator. I'm going to stream for 2 days. No, I shouldn't. I'm going to have to break for lunch sooner or later. The China market Fluke meters and compare them to the Oz. They're all right. They used to be bad. The original, when Fluke first tested the idea, this was back in the 90s. The 90s, the Fluke, the Fluke 19. The Fluke 19. Oh, there you go. There's a thread on the EEVblog forum. But yeah, the original Fluke 19, they used to sell this only in the Asia Pacific market, including Australia. And Dick Smith had sold them here in Australia. I think they were like the authorized reseller for this Fluke 19. And this was Fluke's first foray into making Chinese-made multimeters, right? Because otherwise, apart from before that, they'd always been made in the USA. So this was their first test in the market, the Fluke 19. It was made in China, but it had the, designed by Fluke, but just made in China. And almost all of them failed, eventually failed in the field. There was something horribly wrong with them. So if you've still got a working Fluke 19, it's probably worth a fortune. Because I thought this was the best thing ever when it was released. I was working at Tally's or someone at the time, and like they were tight asses and often for like just general purpose gear like this. So when this Fluke came along, I can buy a Fluke for like, what was it, $150 Australian or something, or whatever it was, $100 Australian. It was a bargain. And it was the best thing ever until they started failing. And I think it may have been like an ESD problem, chipset problem or something like that. There was a problem with it. I think I had one of the Fluke engineers who worked on it or was at Fluke contact me like many years later and go, it was like the chipset. Something wrong with the chipset. I can't remember exact details. But that, and then they just stopped selling that for a long time. And it wasn't, they didn't go back to the Asian getting meters made in China for another, I'm not going to say it's 10 years, but a long time, many years after that. So they didn't want to make the same mistake they did with the Fluke 19. So, but the new ones are good. The Fluke, like the 117 or whatever it is, made in China, is it? I don't know. They're really good meters. Yes, I showed the LCD bias experiment before. Yes, it's still working. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. So they're very good. I've done teardowns of them, and they're very good meters. They're very well produced, and I haven't heard of any failures. They're, robust as a brick dunny. Yep. So there's nothing wrong with the Fluke. What is it? I can't remember what's the new one. The Fluke. They reused 19, didn't they? Is it like the 19B or something? Yes, did they reuse? I don't know. Anyway, the Fluke, the 17. Is it the 17B? 17B. Yeah. The new 17B, I think. Yes, really good meter. Thanks. Happy New Year to you too. Can I make a video about how I can troubleshoot and fix a circuit board without official posted data sheets? I've done lots of repair videos where I sequentially go through things. So I've kind of, sort of, already done that, Dave, where do you celebrate New Year? Just at home. I've got kids. I've got young kids. I can't take them into the city. Like I wouldn't even be able to take them into maybe for the 9 o'clock fireworks or something. They have like early fireworks here in Sydney. Best fireworks in the world by far. Sydney on New Year's Eve. People come from all corners of the planet to be Sydney on New Year's Eve. I can remember one year, you had exclusive, like the Opera House. Everyone wants to get on the Opera House, right? And they, it's all roped off, exclusive events and stuff like that. You've got to have a ticket or whatever. I mean, I remember one year I found a way. I was in there. I was in New Year when I was a youngster. I was in the city on New Year's Eve, and I found a way to get onto the Opera House forecourt, and I got in there early, and I think I was pretending to be like a workman delivering something or something. I don't know. I can't something like that, and I got through the security, and Opera House, yes, and I can remember sleeping on the Opera House forecourt, just under the big sails, the big sails of the Opera House. There I was, just propped up against the, propped up against the Opera House, having a sleep, and they just leave you alone as long as you're not disturbing anyone. They just leave you there, No, I wasn't drunk. I was just it was late and didn't want to go home. So yeah. Ever do a video at driving MOSFETs? Maybe not. Should be on the list. Woo. Hello, Dave. I'm a Nigerian prince. Would you like to give you my fortune? I just need your bank account number. No worries. A lot of people get that wrong. The Nigerian scam, what is it? The 916 scam, or whatever they call it. The Nigerian scam. A lot of people get that wrong they think that, you know, if you, they're calling it the advanced fee scam now, are they? Yeah. A lot of, the 419 scam. A lot of people mistake that scam. They think that, oh, you give them your bank account number and they clean out your bank account. No, that's not how it works. They can't actually do that. What they do is they convince you, they con you. It's a long con, kind of a variation of a long con, and they can convince you, which means it works. They work on you over a long period of time. That's the long con. And they, yes, it's a confidence trick. They think that that all this money's waiting there for you, and that all you have to do is, you know, sign these forms and do this, and they'll send you official forms from the embassy, like people at the Nigerian embassy are in on it or whatever. It's a really, you know, there's a lot of high up people in on this kind of thing. Probably shouldn't make that claim, should I? But yeah, there's so you think, like, they send you all this money and they, you know, they make you pay just little fees here and there. Oh, we just have to clear this paperwork. We need a couple of $1,000 just to, you know, they start with a couple of hundred or whatever. And, you know, so you pay that and they send you more paperwork. Oh, we've hit another hurdle. Someone needs a bit of a bribe to, you know, do it through a couple of $1,000. And then they, you know, and they get you more and more invested in the scam, into the long con, that you're so far... You've already invested so much money, and they always make you think you're one step away from getting the money. And of course, there is no money. They always make you think you're one step away, and that's how they get their money. It's not like they just clean out your bank account. Doesn't work like that. Maybe there is a mechanism to do that, but the traditional scam is just they can keep asking you for more and more money each time, making you think that you're one step away from getting it. Yeah. Oof. Not many questions. One would hate to be doing a legit business in Nigeria. Yeah, that I know. It must destroy the country. It'd be so hard. Yeah, it's terrible. The government really has to crack down on that shit. Yeah, better do something productive, yeah. Amazon exploding hoverboards. Nah, that's way past. That's old news. Old news. And it's no good unless I can get it to explode. What am I going to do? Take it apart and go, this is the lithium-ion battery, and it's from the Shenzhen market, and it's probably going to explode. Like, it's not like I can make it explode. It's just like, you know, maybe if I short it out. It's just... No, it's just, you know, it's not going to happen. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be an interesting video. How old am I? Too old. What programming languages do I use? Oh, I don't know. You know, C, Basic, Pascal, Assembler. I'm not really into the modern stuff like, you know, Python and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to say Java. People will laugh at me, right? I thought I released the Altium files for the Nixie project. I thought I did. Smart meter dangers. Oh, that's bullshit. Like, are you talking like radiation from the smart meters in your home? That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Can do a review of FFT on the picoscope. I don't have a picoscope. So the answer is no, I guess. Yeah, I like fusion reactors. I think we need to be pouring more money into fusion. Maybe we'll crack it one day. Can you please do something more with the microcalc? I want one. I need one. Oh, yeah. Will I ever dig that out of the archives? I've still got my prototype somewhere. Really? The live stream just died? How many people we got? 812. Really? Is that number accurate? Have we never cracked 1,000? Yeah, okay. Well. Ah, right. That was a page I never opened. I'll leave my crypto there. What do I think about blockchain technology? Kirill, I've done many videos on cryptocurrencies, hardware wallets. I think it's the future. There's no doubt. If you think blockchain's going to go away, you're going to be wrong. You are wrong. Everyone's using it. Governments are doing their own blockchain technology. Banks are doing it. Financial institutions are doing it. WikiLeaks are using blockchain in a very interesting way. They're using Bitcoin. This is fascinating. This is great. Julian Assange is a genius if he invented this is the word. But this is what he's doing. Because it's traceable for the time and date of publication, he's using the blockchain, Bitcoin, I believe he's using, to publish material. Maybe you could do it with Ethereum as a better platform for it or something. But to publish material and prove when it was published, because they've had a problem with people saying, oh no, Trump's team got the information before they published it or something, and they can now prove using blockchain technology, because it's on 1 million computers spread across the planet. You can't fake it. You can't go back in and modify it. It's a permanent record of when you publish something. So they're actually using blockchain technology to prove date and time of publication of a document, which is great. It's brilliant. I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Companies making Internet of Things devices with known security issues. Well, they're just going to go out of business, aren't they? There's nothing like, you can't pass a law that says all Internet of Things devices must have security in them. I don't kind of, agree with that. It's just, it's the free market. The free market's going to decide with their wallet, What do I think about AlphaZero AI from Google? Crush strongest chess engine stockfish. I have no idea about AlphaZero. Never heard of it. All I can say is Kasparov gave up too easy. He could have won that game against Deep Blue. Or he could have drew it, but he threw it away. I like Kasparov. Very good to follow on Twitter. If you're not following Gary Kasparov on Twitter, I hope he becomes the next Russian president. Eventually, he's a independent, like he is actually a politician and has run for the presidency in the past or something, and I hope he wins. That's one smart dude, Gary Kasparov. I like him. Do I call myself a nerd? Yeah, I call myself a nerd instead of a geek. Yeah, blockchain's not just for cryptocurrency. It has a whole slew of uses. I think Bitcoin has eventually got to die. It's just not usable as a practical currency. It's just not. It's deliberately slow. It's the mechanism and how it works is deliberately slow. So if you're backing Bitcoin as a currency instead of a speculative asset, or maybe the reserve currency of the crypto world, but if you're backing it as an actual tradable everyday use currency, you get Bitcoin there's no future in Bitcoin as far as that's concerned. None whatsoever. The other ones, the IOTAs and the other ones of the world are gonna, are much, much better at that. So, can you shout out my wife Enza Denino? Probably not pronouncing it. Hi, Enza. She loves your vids. Excellent. Yeah, 40 years is temporary for nuclear waste. Controlling a robotic arm. Oh, I've got a robotic arm. Quantum computers. Yeah, that's another EEV Discover video I want to do, quantum computers, because there's lots of quantum computer stuff done here in Sydney, so I can get that happening. What do I think will happen to cryptocurrencies when quantum computers become a real reality? I'm not concerned about that yet until, like, you know, they're not the magic, you know, like, oh, you can solve any crypto thing in a millisecond. You know, no, I don't think it's that easy. I don't know about websites that have open source hardware projects that release Altium files. I don't know. Don't know, like, where you'd find that list. Am I going to do anything with graphene materials batteries next year? I wanted... It's not really the same. It's not the same. I wanted to do a memristor. I wanted to make my own memristor. Maybe I'll get back to that. I was going to do that. Jeez, that was a long time ago now. BitChain. Could I interview Big Clive? Oh, why would I interview... Like... What am I going to interview him about? His job? Like, I like Big Clive. Love his channel, love his stuff, but I don't think it would necessarily make... It's like Big Clive interviewing me. Like, what's he going to interview me about? Like, you know, doesn't really work as an interview, I don't think. Different types of transistors. Oh yeah, that's a can of worms. That's a deep rabbit hole. No, I have not tried the game Universal Paperclips. What should I do? I can't. I'm trying to learn C++. Well, maybe learn an easier language, perhaps. Don't know. Go eat or stay until you reach 1,000. Yeah, I'm never going to crack 1,000. Usually it's more. Usually I get a couple of thousand, like last time I've done live shows. So that's kind of weird. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a compulsive yawner. I am not bored. How do I feel about electronic prosthesis? All that augmenting stuff. People ask, oh, will I get like an RFID chip embedded into me? A friend of mine's got an RFID chip embedded. Yeah, bio payments. There's a mate of mine demonstrating his, yes, his real name is Meow. It's Meow Meow Disco Gamma, Ludo Disco Gamma something. Sorry, sorry, Meow. Yeah, he's got an RFID chip embedded in his hand. And he's quite famous in Australia now. He's because he embedded like the transport card. The public transport card. He embedded one in. So he just swipes it, and they keep, they're saying that is not legal. You can't do it. You can't take that card and modify it and rip out the chip and put it in your hand. And he's going, well, screw you. Good on him. So yeah, he's he's into bio augmentation and stuff like that, and he wants me to do it. So yeah. And he ran for Senate as well. He ran for government as part of the Science Party. Maybe I'll run for government as part of the Science Party. I've done that, Ahmed. I've done videos taking an actual project from beginning to producing. Well, not to producing, but I kind of sort of have. Oh. What happened to the microcalc? Why don't you redesign it and make it something like a smartwatch? I do not want to design a smartwatch. I hate smartwatches. I want to design a dumb watch. I kind of want to do my calculator watch again, my scientific calculator watch, but it's not going to be smart. It's going to be deliberately, completely dumbass, no connection, no nothing. Gets a couple of years battery life from a single coin cell. Screw everyone and their damn smartwatches. Yep. Can I stream regularly on a schedule? No. According to the feedback I got from the last survey, most people don't like the live shows. No, I don't have a Commodore 64. Will David be doing videos while I'm on walkabout? No, probably not. What I think about Altium Designer 18? Haven't used it. Still using 17. I don't keep up to date. Do I plan on ever visiting Apex Electronics again? If I'm in the area, I'll drop by. It's a 40-hour trip if I wanted to hop on a plane now. Neural networks. Integrating their chips are going to gain any serious traction? No, probably not. Can't see it. Would I sell any of my dumpster dive finds? I occasionally have. Sold them on eBay. Am I watching Electro Boom? Yeah, I follow Electro Boom. Don't mind Electro. I don't watch everything he does. Do I think Big Clive is gay? Who the hell cares? Why do you give a shit, John? Yeah. $15 oscilloscope on eBay. No, don't buy it. Don't. Mike's Electric Stuff. I'd like to do a Kickstarter called It's Just a Fucking Watch. Yeah. Yep. Yep, totally. Totally. Let's go into it together, Mike. It's just an effing watch. Totally. Inductive charging. I've got an inductive charging pad. I like inductive charging. My phone supports. I don't plug USB. Well, it's gone missing. But yeah, no, my phone's got a RFID. Yes, that is Mars. Yeah, it's got the RFID. It's got the Qi charger built in. Works great. So it's the wife's thing at home. We just drop our phone on the pad and it's great. Where did I get the Nixies for my project? Someone sent them to me. But you can buy them on eBay. What will I have for lunch? I don't know. The wife didn't make me anything today, so I've got to fend for myself. So I'll probably just get a burger from the local cafe. Been having too many of them lately. She hasn't been making my lunch like she regularly does. She insists on me eating good stuff that she makes, and she hasn't been doing it much lately. I guess she's been busy. Do I think that digital electronics is better than analog? No, it's not better. Could you make a video about the pro? Oh, no, done that. Ooh. Are you going to do a Kickstarter tutorial video, how to set up one? What do people need to think about? Oh, probably not. Probably not. I've already done that video on, like how to fund your project and stuff like that. I've already done that. I'm pretty sure. I thought I released the Altium files of my Nixie project, didn't I? I thought I did, but yeah, the answer is yes, but I thought I... Yes, I'm subscribed to Gary Kasparov on Twitter. Yes, I'm a Gary Kasparov fanboy. Yep. I'd like to watch the new series he's got on chess. He's got this new paid, I think it's like a paid video series, and and he teaches chess. And I've heard it's the duck's guts. So... Lifespan of the battery because of heat. No, I haven't heard that. Are there different coloured Nixie tubes? I'm not going to say no. Can't say I've seen different colours though. It's just the gas. I'm sure there are, but there's probably limited, colours you can do because you need the right type of gas. Auto Expert has just released, I don't know, Auto Expert's a YouTube channel, is it? It's just released a video saying that electric cars are a total fail. Do I agree? There's a thread on the EEVblog forum about this. I just split it off and I've got some commentary on there on electric cars. I love electric cars. I want one. I'm sort of like trying to buy one. If a cheap one comes up, I'll buy one. But no, no, they're not a complete fail, right? But there's people out there who think they will replace electric petrol cars, ICE cars in like 2 years, 5 years. It's bullshit, utter bullshit. It's not going to happen. Because the battery technology is not going to suddenly go tenfold, which a lot of people think it is in terms of capacity and price reduction and stuff like that. It's just not. Okay, we're a long way to go. I think there was a recent government report, someone linked in the forum, that until they won't reach the same price as ICE cars until 2022 or something like that, because the reason electric cars have been popular is because of the subsidies, and Australia doesn't do any subsidies. So if people say, why don't I buy a Tesla? Yeah, you know how much a Tesla costs here? $180,000. $180,000, right? How much will the new Model 3 or whatever it is cost? I don't know, like $60,000, $70,000 or something, probably, because we don't have subsidies for electric cars here in Australia. So yeah, like they do in California, cheap as chips, right? But if you take away the subsidies, electric cars are not cheap. And once people experience the inconvenience of electric cars, for a lot of people's uses, they're fine, right? For my use, it'd be fine, for 95% of uses or whatnot. But once people experience the range anxiety and they have to stand there, and even for a fast charge, stand there for 15 minutes and fast charge something, then, yeah, it's like, even if, let's say, overnight, electric cars became so cheap, right, that everyone's buying one, then, and they changed all the petrol pumps to fast charging stations, right, it would still be chaos, because people would not be able to charge their electric cars, because people are used to going in to a petrol station. That's what we call them here in Australia, not gas station. We don't call it gas here, it's petrol. And yeah, going to a petrol station, and they're used to filling up their tank, getting 500 kilometers on the tank, and it fills up in like a couple of minutes, and you paid and you're gone, right? And no, you can, even with a 15-minute fast charger, you can only get an extra 10, 20 kilometers or something. I don't know, whatever the range is. It might be able to get you home, it might not, but it's like, it's not going to replace, it's not going to be as easy as people think to replace petrol cars, ICE, internal combustion engine cars with fully electric cars. As much as I would love, I am a huge supporter of electric cars. I want the future to be entirely electric. I don't want ICE cars. But the practical engineer in me says it's not that easy. And yes, Mike. Yeah, Nixie's a neon. Only variant is orange. Yeah, I think they're the only ones I've ever seen. It's to do with the gas. Yeah, the neon. Or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, what are my thoughts of the paranormal ghost investigating? Have you ever done it? I used to work, a friend of mine used to work with him. Cool guy. He's one of the heads of the Australian Paranormal Research Association. And I can't remember. And he was talking about, oh God, I wish I could remember because it'd be better with context. At the time, we were talking about, like, you know, I might have been, I don't know if it was religion or something else or some other crap. No, it might have been some variation of politics. And he said, and people think we're crazy for chasing around ghosts. And it's like, no, you're not. Like, yeah, of course, it's bullshit, right? But they don't harm anyone. They just have fun. They go around, and if they want to try and hunt them down, like, UFOs. So he's one of the heads of the Paranormal and UFO Research Society of Australia, or whatever it's called. And good on them, right? But they're not going to find anything. It's just, but they're harmless. It's not like they, it's not like religion, for example, which interferes in society in untold ways. Yes, I follow the Internet of Shit on Twitter. Yes, I like the Internet of Shit. I wish I'd thought of it. No, it's not me running the channel. Maybe. Yep. Yeah, maybe it's different in other countries. It's better, but yeah, I don't know. 15-minute supercharge is 100 miles, is it? Okay. Well, yeah, maybe. All right. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not as easy as people think, and it's not going to be as cheap as people think, and it's not going to happen as early as people think. Fully electric cars, it's just not. It's not. I'll eat my hat if electric cars are outselling ICE cars in 2 years. I'll freaking eat my hat. It's just not going to happen. Bet anything on it. How big is your dick? Go away, Jacob. What cryptocurrencies do I recommend? Look, IOTA's going great guns, like Ethereum and its variants with its smart contracts and stuff like that. Bitcoin, as I said, doesn't have a future apart from being the reserve currency, so to speak, of the crypto world. Anyway, IOTA, Ripple's just overnight. Ripple's just gone up to like $3. I checked this morning or something. Ripple's has a great future. Ripple, IOTA, those sorts of ones. The privacy ones, Verge, Monero. What's the other one? There's another. Zcash. Zcash is the other. So the privacy focused ones are going to be big. So yeah, I'd recommend looking into those. Am I going to watch the Falcon Heavy? When is the Falcon Heavy launch? Yes, I want to watch it. When? Fake blood? I'll scroll down to the bottom. Tell me. No, my hat is not edible. Yes, I had a good Christmas. Thank you very much. Moose? No, there's no date yet. Okay. Yeah, of course the answer is yes. What I think about Autodesk Eagle release. I don't know. What if they release something new? Whatever. Video drones. It's a drone with a video camera. I want to get one for filming stuff when I'm out. It'd be nice. Probably get one of those DJI Mavics, I think, is the go, isn't it? The Mavic Pro. Thank you, Sock. Can't find a Gerber file. UFO not equal aliens. Yeah, it's like, yep. Unidentified flying object. So what's the first thing you think of? Oh, it must be intelligent beings visiting us. Come on. It's probably swamp gas going up and causing things to happen in the atmosphere. Come on. We will have interdimensional beings visit us before we'll have interstellar visitors come in visit us. This is just physics. Yeah, Mavic. However you pronounce it. To me, it's Mavic. I don't care if there's no E in it. Yeah, apparently, yeah, the DJI Mavic apparently just works really well. I've seen a few demos of it. Is crypto a good investment? Crypto is not an investment. Crypto is a speculative gamble. No, I've never been to India. Do I like Vegemite? Oh, yeah. Used to eat tons of it. Don't eat Vegemite anymore, but yeah, I grew up on Vegemite. What are my thoughts on ghosts? There's no such thing as ghosts, dude. If you want to go out there and hunt them down, knock yourself out. You're not going to find them. You're just going to be making excuses for why you think your evidence matters. It doesn't. It's bullshit. I made a hole in a battery that was bulging. How dangerous is it? Very. Don't go put in holes in batteries. Where did the model designation 121 GW come from? Does it mean something? Yes, it does. John, I'll leave it up to you to figure out. I have a standing invite to visit the Norwich men's shed. Where's Norwich? Thank you. Oh, the Fermi paradox. Yeah. Yes. We we're never going to be visited by. I was so hopeful for SETI. I still am. You know, but we're never going to be able to communicate with any, and even if they're out there, we're never going to be able to communicate with another intelligent civilization. It's just not going to happen. Can't. There's no way, unless some new physics comes along, there's no way to do it. Yeah, but I'm still hopeful. Maybe we might, might hear something. You know, that's a sign of intelligence, like the movie Contact. You know, what do I think about? But Russia. Yes, I've visited New Zealand. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just it's a very interesting that it says something. It's very interesting. And it says something that we've been listening to for SETI signals for 30, 40 years or something. Haven't found anything yet. And it's really puzzling. It's really puzzling. So that its own right says something. Anyway, still hopeful. Can I approximate the cost of a $500 US GoPro camera? Why does it cost so much? It costs so much because the company puts a lot of money into R&D and marketing, and they're a publicly listed company. They have to continue to make a big profit margin, and because they can. People pay a premium. If you don't want that, go buy a SJ cam. You know, go and buy an SJ cam. They're probably up to the 6,000 now, but you know, almost as good as the GoPro, and it's 1/5 the price, right? It's not quite as good, but you know, kind of does the job. Almost 500 subscribers. What do you mean? 500 subscribers. Oh, bye meow. 810. Still hovering around there's me yawning. Still hovering around now it's going to make me yawn. Yeah, the microwave oven door thing, that happened here in Australia out at Parks, didn't it? happened at Parkes Radio Telescope. I've been to Parkes. But I want to go back there and shoot a proper video. There it is. The dish. That's a video I shot. That's a video I shot handheld. I had to wait a long time. No, I was on a chair. I think I was holding on a chair, but there were birds flying across in front of it. It was like you can see, yeah, no, not birds, like flies and crap. Flying, because, you know, it's Australia. It's out in the outback, you know, flies. And I shot that handheld, but I had to, so I did image stabilization on that shot. So that's like, it took me like 20 minutes. It takes them 20 minutes to swing the dish up to full point and then all the way back. And yeah, they yep. And so, but I stabilized it and it turned out quite well. And they used, somebody contacted me, TV network, and they said, hey, we want to use your footage of the dish. Go ahead. Yeah, great. You know, so you can speed it up. And there's people walking in front. Anyway, there you go. I'll leave the dish to spin. And yeah, but I want to go back down there and maybe play some cricket on the top. That'd be awesome. Get them to lift me up. Okay, Jacob, I'm ready to kick you out of here. Ah, the multiplexes, yeah. Another video. It'll come eventually. Maybe after the holidays. Just haven't got much time between now and the holidays. Because the meters are coming. The 121 GW meters are probably on the plane now or today. And they're going to be coming. So next week is like, yeah. Where did I meet my wife? I met my wife on the internet. Internet dating. I'm the world's foremost expert on internet. I'm the world's foremost author and expert on internet dating. I have the highest circulating book on internet dating. That was in a galaxy far, far away. Yes, there will be more EEV Discover vids. I want to get off my ass and do them. Land of the Big Fly. Yeah, you can see flies coming in front of the video. Just trying to like shoo them away on top of the camera. So I'm holding the camera with one hand and like shooing them away on top like this. And it was just, yeah, it just, I'll leave that going. That's nice. What the hell, Jacob? What sort of questions are you asking? Stop asking twice. Stop hogging the feed. Gerber files for the Nixie. Alright, I'll upload them. Jeez, keep your panties on. I thought I did. Seriously, I thought I... Yeah, of course, yes, aliens exist. There's got to be other intelligent beings out there. The universe is too big. There's got to be. There's got to be. There's got to be. But we'll never be able to communicate with them. The distances are too big. I'm kind of, sort of hopeful that we'll find something on the moons of Jupiter, you know, when we dig down, when we go into the oceans there, maybe, but I don't know. It's probably only like a 10% chance. General sale March for the DMM. Tinder wasn't a thing. Tinder didn't even exist. How do you stop from over-engineering a product? by not having a committee design it. And yeah, just be willing to compromise on products. For what will I use the Kickstarter funds? I'm going to use the Kickstarter funds to buy the meters, and for all the other costs, associated costs which go into that. Yeah, I've got to buy the meters. I won't make a huge amount of money from this Kickstarter. I got $580,000, and people think I'm rich. AI, I don't know. Yeah, electronics in the next 5 years. I'm, you know, yeah, AI is the future, blah, blah, fine. But, you know. I have not taught Sagan how to solder yet, but I think he's ready. No, David does not have a YouTube channel. David does not have any social media presence at all. He's a social media black hole. What's my favorite sci-fi franchise? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Can I cop out and say Star Wars? You know, like... Yeah, Mike. Yeah, the chances of an overlap are, yeah, before they kill themselves, right? Like we might do, right? Before we destroy our planet or whatever. Yeah, it's the overlap is the hard part. But I was hoping just sheer numbers, you know, maybe. Like I still think we should do SETI. I've still got SETI running in the background, you know, doing some processing and stuff. But yeah, the overlap. But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, but there's got to be something out there. There's just got to be. We can't be the only place. That'd be sad and extremely surprising. I'll eat my hat if we're the only intelligent civilization that has evolved. Life has to have started in many places, but it's the leap from, you know, being like super intelligent, like, you know, the ability to transmit. It's not like, you know, we evolved two separate species on our planet that both evolved into intelligent beings separately, separate evolutionary paths, and then got so intelligent that we could transmit, you know, and travel through space and whatnot. And yeah, so that might be rare. Life is not going to be rare, just like bacterial life or whatever it is, whatever form. Bacteria is actually quite advanced. I think that's going to be common as mud throughout the universe, but intelligent life could be much rarer, which is a shame. Yes, you're going to pay about $150 for a rubidium standard. Geez, you won't get it much cheaper than that, I don't think. I watch a little bit of regular TV, but it's mostly Netflix these days. See you, Stefano. Embedded system engineering is the thing that programs MCU, firmware, etc. Yes, embedded system, that's where you'll learn firmware and microcontrollers. Is it normal that it is just one course at our university, one class, you mean? That sounds pretty lame if they've only got one class on embedded systems, considering the prevalence of them these days. I'd say that's pretty piss poor of your course if that's the case. Geez, even back when I was a boy, we did, you know, several classes, and micros weren't a thing back then. Like, they weren't as much of a thing as they are now. You know, back then it was microprocessors, you know, more than microcontrollers. You know, it was all, you know, Z80, 6502 type stuff they'd teach you. And it was, yeah, separate ROM, separate RAM, you know, like, yep. No, through-hole component production won't end completely. No, it won't. Never going to happen. And the huge battery in Western Australia, no, it's in South Australia. I wanted to go check it out. I wanted to go to the unveiling. I want to support battery tech, but from a system point of view, it's a drop in the ocean. It's an absolute drop in the ocean. They reckon it worked the other week, like a week or two ago. They reckon the Tesla battery, they had a power failure at a coal plant, and it switched on with it switched on within 100 milliseconds. It delivered, you know, great, okay. You know, hydro can't spin up that quick, and other, you know, gas-fired backup plants can't spin up that quick. Fine, it's, you know, it has a use as a full-on, you know, as a fast recovery thing, practically instantaneous. But it's, you know, it's like 0.1% of South Australia's, don't quote the number, but it's a ridiculously small percentage of South Australia's grid. It's just, It's just tiny, and so it was more marketing than anything else. It was more marketing and politics than actual use. But it is near a wind farm. They built it next to a wind farm, so it's good for local storage without the losses and things like that. It's a huge waste of money. I don't know. I don't want to make the call on that until I've run the numbers or whatnot. But you could argue that, I'm sure. You could argue it's a waste of money. Battery storage, there's other ways to store energy. I mean, battery's going to be the fastest, as I said, the most instantaneous. I'm actually quite a big fan of the idea of, if you've got a hill somewhere, have a train go up the hill. Wind turbines or solar generates power during the day, which drives the train up the hill, and then slowly release it down the hill so you can release the energy at night and drive turbines and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's just like a dam thing. It's like using gravity. You pump the water up to the top of the dam and then you release it using hydro, for storage. And yeah, I don't think lithium-ion batteries are the solution for storage. They're not. They're niche. They're niche. What's the largest concert I've ever been to? Oh, I don't know. We had 100,000 people, maybe. Yes, I watch Big Clive. Not every video, like Big Clive. Have I tried VR? I hate VR. Virtual reality sucks. I put the glasses on and I go, this is fake shit. My mind just doesn't, same with 3D movies. I hate 3D movies. They are useless. I see people sitting next to me going, oh, wow, in the 3D theater, and I'm sitting there going, this is shit. This is lame ass. And my mind just doesn't do it. I can remember vividly Altium trying to get into 3D visualization at one point when I was working there, and they had this 3D thing, and one of the software guys at his cubicle developed this little 3D vision thing, and why all the smileys? God. And everyone was crowding around the cubicle. Oh, you just finished, and everyone's going, wow, you've got to try this. Putting the goggles on, you can see your PCB, you can walk through your PCB or do whatever, or move around or whatever, and everyone goes, Dave, you've got to try this. It's the most awesome thing I've ever seen. Put on the goggles and I go, what the fuck? This is shit. I don't know what people rave on about. Look, Jacob, seriously, dude, stop multiple posting. Alright? I'm not going to answer your damn questions if you multi-post. And I'll boot you out. I'll boot your ass out of here. Is the micro supply going to have a Bluetooth chip? No. No, we're going simple with the micro supply. Why not build rockets in Australia and launch from Northern Australia? Yeah, we should. Yeah, they're closer than Florida. Yeah, totally. Cape York. Yeah, we had a base. Do we still have a base there? We had a rocket base there at one point. I don't know, the Hutchinson effect. I don't know. Sorry, I can't remember the Hutchinson effect off the top of my head. Don't know. Jellification of metals. Spontaneous levitation of common substance. What? If it's on damninteresting.com, then it sounds like bullshit. It's not even on... It's on Rational Wiki. It's not even on, let's go to the HutchisonEffect.com. It smells like bullshit to me. Self-proclaimed inventor. That's all I need to know. Stop right there, right? Who claims to have discovered something. Your bullshit detector just goes off right there. And promptly forgotten. The secrets of levitation, free energy. Nah. I've heard enough. That's just bullshit, right? Nah. The Hutchinson effect. Like, come on. No. Coerced, destroyed. His work was destroyed by the government. His work was deliberately destroyed by the government. Yeah, I've heard enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's your classic. There's your classic website. That's what I expected to see for the HutchinsonEffect.com. Yeah, here we go. Oh, there he is being interviewed by some bullshit. Yeah, like, nah. Seen enough. I'm calling it. Oh, dear, oh dear. Yeah, thanks, Raoul. Future of mobile telecom. It's going to look like with satellite-based internet from SpaceX and the like. No, we've got too much tower infrastructure. I don't see it happening. I think it's not as, you probably can't build phones as small as people want them to be satellite-based ones. For transmitting, for receiving GPS, yeah, fine. We've got our fractal antennas and whatnot. But yeah, I don't see that being a huge mainstream thing. Not built into your phone. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but yeah. Is Shenzhen already more innovative in hardware than the West? No. Not really. They're very good at production and getting shit done and all the rest of it, you know. But but innovative? No. Innovative in producing stuff at low cost and all the other stuff that goes along with that? Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Can reflowing your GPU in an oven really work? In theory. Maybe. But no. Lewis has done videos on that. Why do I say through-hole component production will persist? Because it is still a cheap way to manufacture stuff. And of course, high-power stuff like that, power supplies and things like that are still going to have through-hole parts. They're just not going to go away. You know. And single-sided board construction is still cheaper than double-sided. Open up a TV. Open up a new TV and look at the power supply in there. It's probably a single-sided PCB with through-hole components. There's a reason for that. So, you know, like, yeah. What do I think about North Korea? Is it really a threat or is it just the media? They're not a threat. Like, they can't. It's, you know, if they launch anything, they're instantly destroyed. You know, it's politics. It's politics and media. I'm not concerned that they're going to launch an ICBM against Australia, which they've threatened to. You know, it's fucking politics. Unless the US are stupid enough to invade, and then he gets so paranoid that he's actually going to die or be captured, then, you know, only then does it become a threat, a real. It reminds me of GeoCities website, yeah. Do you think a classic hardware engineer will die out because of integration, everything into one chip? No, not at all, not even close. You can put everything in one chip, and you still need to system engineer around that. It's just, you know. Is Jacob doing graphic violence? Is he? I haven't looked at all. He just seems to be asking questions. Moronic, persistent questions. Yes, through-hole components are quite robust. Oh God, that's a hard question. What skills or new technology do you believe EEs and CEs need to learn or keep up with to stay competitive for the next 5 to 10 years? Oh, geez. Well, it depends. Like, always stick to a niche. Like, you know, it's hard to answer that in a general thing. Like, you know, yes, you've got to have the Internet of Things skills. You know, you've got to have the the Python or whatever it is to, like be able to do things tied to the internet. That's going to be important. But you can specialize in FPGAs, or you could specialize in any one of a number of areas. It's like I'm not going to say gone are the days of the general EE who does everything. Well, no, definitely not. I mean, certainly not. But it's if you specialize in something, you'll always have a job. So just yeah, like I don't know. It's hard to say. Skills or technology, yeah, it's like internet connected crap is just everywhere. Unfortunately. Is there any reason why an electronics hobbyist should not pursue a career in the field? Well, if you don't want to do it as a career. No, it's a fine career. Why wouldn't you want to do something that you enjoy as a hobby for your career? I don't understand why you wouldn't. No, there's no, maybe if you're really good at something else that can earn you, zillions of dollars, and then you're just happy with what your hobby can provide you. In terms of engineering, then yeah, but generally most hobbyists want to turn that into a career, because in your career you can work on bigger and better stuff that you might never be able to work on as a hobbyist, because you can't afford it, you don't have the tools, the infrastructure, the resources to do it. Although that's getting a bit less and less these days, but with like tools and other stuff becoming free and low cost and whatnot. And manufacturing services and the manufacturing revolution, personal manufacturing revolution, all the rest of it. Yeah, my solar system's doing just fine. I never would have thought Australian man complains about nonsense that doesn't meet his standards. Would be a form of content. What? What are you talking about? Regarding YouTube demonetization, do I use a marketing network of sorts or handling YouTube channels? No. Do not sign up to a network. I've done a video on that. Yes, I'm going to release the multimeter to the general public once I'm done with the Kickstarter. I don't have stock otherwise. What happened to the G5 cluster project? Enthusiasm, lack of. Do I believe 2018 is year of the robots? No. It'll be a slow development. Yes, I've seen a few of Marco's videos. He does good videos. Will I get rich from my Peltier wall? Probably not. God, everyone's jumped on the Peltier bandwagon. Like, Peltier's the new technology. And there's so many Kickstarter projects, thermal watches and other bullshit that I've debunked. It's just, people think Peltiers are magical. They're not. Whoa. Thank you for wishing Huxley and Sagan a new year. Yes, they are cool kids. Oh, any suggestions on teaching, showing electronics tinkering to my 4-year-old daughter? 4-year-old's a tough age. You gotta really make him go, wow. I wouldn't be teaching electronics at 4. Like I said before, I haven't even taught Sagan to solder yet. He's 6. I haven't taught him to solder. A lot of people say, oh, I taught my kid to solder when they were 1 or 2. It's like, yeah, good on you. Like, it's just, no. Like, a 4 is, they're probably, no, teach him to read and stuff instead of, teach him to build physical things. At that sort of age, you don't want to teach him electronics. I think it's too young. I probably started when I was 5 or 6, but, like, because there wasn't much else back then. Now, like, just, build some Lego, build, mechanical things or whatever is more interesting, I think. I hate to say it, yeah, but, like, electronics, like, is just not very exciting. Yeah, you can flash a light, you can, I don't know, have an FM transmit your voice or whatever, but they don't understand. I don't think it's good skill building at that age to teach electronics to kids that young. Like, if you want to do it, it's fine. I personally don't do it to my kids. You know, 6 or 7 I think is a good age when they can start. But yeah, no, I'd be more into physically building stuff, puzzle solving, get their brain wired the right way, you know, things like that. Electronics doesn't wire their brains, doesn't, you know, do much for them at that age, I suspect. How many guest videos have been submitted so far? Well, I got like 35, 40 emails or something, but a lot of people submitted old videos, so I haven't gone through them. Probably the rest of today I need to look at some more. They submitted old videos, which is not what I want. So, why did I start a YouTube channel? I've done that before because I've always shared. I've talked about this many times because I've always shared. I've always published stuff. Like ever since I was a teenager, publishing in the electronics magazines. You know, when the web started, I had a website, published stuff. I was like, I'd get so much. People think I get a lot of email now. I've always gotten it. Either letters when I publish stuff in the magazines, I'd put my physical address there because I might be selling, you know, kits or software or whatnot, and people would be. I'd get mail, and then I'd type up a response on a typewriter, on an actual typewriter. I'd lick the envelope, lick a stamp, put it on, and I'd reply back to them. This is before email was a thing. And then once email came along, everyone would email me. Then I had a website, and I was always putting my projects on there. And I'd always get tons of people answering questions. So I've always liked publishing stuff. So, and talking about electronics, sharing my passion for it. So that's why I started a video channel, video blog. And I posted it to the Oz Electronics Forum. And people said, hey, that's cool. When's episode 2? And, ooh, you want a second episode? Okay. You know, I thought there might be, you know, a few hundred people out there that might be interested in watching me just talk about like a weekly show. I think I originally had the idea it'd be a weekly show or something, you know, a weekly, because back then it was a 10-minute limit on YouTube. You couldn't have more than 10 minutes, so it'd be a weekly 10-minute show just talking about random stuff. And then I think after like the 10th or 15th video, I gave up that random format and had a video focused on one particular thing. Thank you for your involvement with the FTDI situation. It saved many people. No worries. Oh, do you think the electronics should be still have market perspective or just as hobbies? I don't know what that means. Something just beeped at me. Don't know. It's the Gamel. It's Mr. Gamel. Ah, cool. Sorry, I'm just replying to Chris Gamel. Doing a live show right now. He saw my open source hardware logo in the wild, and he wanted to share it with me. I don't understand the preoccupation with the Raspberry Pi cluster. It literally is just a few dozen Raspberry Pis powered from the same source and hooked up to an Ethernet hub. That's basically it. Like, it's not like I'm going to be running true multi-cluster software on there or whatnot. So I don't know. A lot of people seem fascinated by it. I mean, it literally is like I could do it right now. I could get 20 Raspberry Pis, hook Ethernet cables up to an Ethernet hub, power them all from a big-ass power supply, done. It's not that fascinating. When can we have 50 watt-hour batteries on our phones? You won't get a 50 watt-hour battery on your phone in the same size. That's an order of magnitude more than what we get at the moment. Typical phone battery, 5 watt-hours, maybe, is it? I don't know. It depends on how much space they can fit in there. But let's just say 5 watt-hours. No, you're talking an order of magnitude increase. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in the foreseeable future. we're already kind of sort of starting getting towards looking at the limit of how much energy we can store in batteries safely. No, the EEVblog website does not have teaching resources, but I'm thinking about doing a wiki. Alright. Must be something in the air. Raspberry Pi Zero Wireless. I don't know, there's too many of them. Where can you get the poster behind me? Type it in. Chart of electromagnetic radiations. Type that into Google and you'll find a Flickr account from the Bell Labs. This is the second time I've had to say it. The Bell Labs thing. Look. Chart of electromagnetic radiations. There it is. Because I found it before. There it is. There it is. Knock yourself out. Download the big one, the original size, 10,000 by 9,658 pixels. If you download that, it's good enough to print on an A0, like I've got behind me. Is that an A0 or an A1? Can't remember. The good thing about the A1, well, that's an A4. That's an A3. And that is an A, well, yeah, that would be an, and then that doubled again would be an A2, A1. That must be, by deduction, that must be an A0. There you go. It's a good thing about the A series. I don't have a favorite FPGA dev setup. It's been too long. Oh, I don't like the idea of the replaceable battery in the car. Like you just like drive into like a service shop, the battery drops out and a new one, fully charged one, drops in. That was like a big thing at one point. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Bless me. Thank you. You should say Gesundheit or something. Blessing doesn't work. Thank you very much, Dan. Norwich Men's Shed. In the UK. I thought it sounded UK. Norwich. A place for men to do activities. Like, is it only men? Looks like only men. Where are the girls? Why not girls? Oh boy. The SJWs will be after you. Yeah, they haven't caught on to men's sheds yet, have they? Expect a new SJW furor. Flywheel energy storage for cars. I don't know. Oh, cars run on air. Cars run on compressed air. No, I think that's been... just can't get the capacity. It's not going to work. Are we going to have general purpose household robots anytime soon? No. No. Because it was a thing back in the 80s. Everyone was going to have a robot. Right? This was 30 years ago, and they had them. They sold them. And they're no better these days, really. Essentially, they're a bit more intelligent, but no, we're not going to have home robots. What a crock. Yeah, I don't know what you can say to that person, Ahmed, who thinks cars can, you can have a car that runs on air. It's, I don't know. It's just, tell them just go and run the numbers. Don't believe it. Like, go and figure out or find someone who's run the numbers on it. It all comes down to the numbers. Don't just believe something because you think it's a good idea. Like, I think electric cars are a great idea and I want them to work. I think, you know, like, I want other things to work. I'd love solar roadways to work if it was practical. Like, I'd like a ton of things to work. But, you know, I just dox them. The sexy cyborg versus Make feud. What is it? Dale? Who was it? Dale Doherty? God, Dale. Was it? Yeah, Dale Doherty. What a douche. What a dick. There he is. Mr. Dick himself. What, like, if it was just a flippant... I've talked about this on the forum. If it was just a flippant, off-the-cuff thing and he was wrong, okay, just apologise, and, you know, you said a douchey thing, just apologise and everyone's fine, right? But no, he actively did this. He actively went out to destroy her, and because he, you know, spoke to Bunny, who's as reputable as you could get, right? He actually went and asked Bunny Huang, you know, is this girl legit? Like, and he said, yeah, she's totally legit. Like, she's very beginner skill level, but she's legit. She's not a fake. And, like, that should have been done and dusted there, but he ignored the advice which he sought and then went out and famed her. I don't know how he didn't lose his job, really. That's just what a douche. What an absolute douche. Would I accept a guest video on how to etch a PCB as it would contain potentially hazardous chemicals? I don't give a shit. If it contains potentially hazardous chemicals, I don't care. If you want, please submit a guest video. By the way, if people are going to submit a guest video, make sure it has like a nice intro saying, hey, Dave's on holidays, he let me use his channel. I run this channel, it's about this and that. Just do like a short little 1 minute intro or something like that. That actually promotes your channel. The multimeter thing, RempQ. Which multimeter do I recommend? It's like, comes down to how much do you want to spend. Like, if you want to spend $50, well, that's a different level to $100. That's a different level to $200, etc. But so you can get a great, you know, look, if you're just starting out, just get one of those AN 8008s that I did on the video for what, $20 delivered from eBay. It'll do you until you want something better, you know. So yeah, Dale Doherty. Douche, let's get rid of his ugly mug. Alright. We call them man caves in the US, yeah. No, I don't have a Roomba. Please do more debunking stuff. Yeah, I want to do another debunking video before I go on holidays. Yep. Yeah, the debunking videos are popular. No, I don't own a G0. Report message does not have an option for being an annoying dick. Don't be so sensitive and angry sometimes. You're like a little girl. Gonna learn the difference between being enthusiastic and having passion for your opinions and being sensitive and angry. Like, good life skill to have. Because people think I'm so angry. No, I'm just passionate about what I talk about. And, you know, like, I kind of, you could say I get angry at stupidity and, you know, like bullshit products and stuff like that. And sensitive. No, I just try and explain things. I think you're the one who's being maybe too sensitive. Try to learn that people can be passionate about things and that doesn't, and don't equate that. Don't equate passion and enthusiasm with anger or whatnot. It's not the same thing. who the hell is Stan Meyer and his invention of the HHO car? Like, what's this conspiracy theory bullshit? Sure. Math, it works, bitches. Maths. I'm having a hard time because I can't say the word maths. It doesn't roll off my tongue very well. Maths. Like, that's how you're supposed to say it here in Australia. That's how I learnt. That's how we say it. Like, maths. And it just, I often end up just saying the American version, math. Math is more, it's just easier for my, I've got like bad teeth and stuff like that cut into my gums. And if I talk the wrong way, I can chew into my gum, and it's really annoying. It's just like it. Yeah. Anyway, I won't go on. I wonder how the development of Brino 41's design went. I don't know what that is. Mitch Altman over the DARPA. I don't know about the Mitch Altman thing. Maker in big financial trouble, are they, Mike? Interesting. Yeah, maybe they'll boot his ass out. How long until I get to 50,000 subs? I don't know. The Social Blade. 495,000 subscribers. It seems like it's taken forever to get from like 450 to 500. I still can't crack a B+. Can't crack a B+ to save my life. I don't get enough engagement or whatever. Or I don't upload enough or whatever it is that their secret thing. You know, the upper estimate of that is wrong. Done a video on that. What am I earning at the moment? About maybe 55 US or something, 60k US perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, projections. Future projections. I will hit, based at my current rate, I will hit less than a month. So they don't give you, there you go, 30 days. I'll hit 502. So in the next month, I'll be at 502,000. Supposedly, so yeah, there you go. I don't know. Oh boy, you're gonna have to go soon. What is the cost of running the forum? The server. I couldn't tell you exact cost. The backup I pay to have it professionally backed up. You know, it's in the hundreds of dollars per month category. Many hundreds of dollars per month. Many, yeah. It's any giveaways? Nothing soon. I've got actually there. Who was it? Roden Schwartz might be having another giveaway early next year. I forgot to reply to them. I don't know if I should give them. I copped a bit of flack for the giveaways. You know, people saying that I'm a sellout or whatever. Oh, you know, meh. Yeah, capacitors for power factor correction debunk. I've done that, haven't I? EEVblog power factor or something. Have I done a home energy savers busted? There you go. Home energy savers busted. I've done a video on that. There you go. Number 848. Home energy savers. They're bullshit. Yeah, it's just a capacitor in a box. In theory, it works because power factor correction is a real thing. And if you've got inductive loads, putting a capacitor on there can sort out your power factor. But no, otherwise it's bullshit. Utter bullshit. Have I ever had any issues with counterfeit components? Don't think so. Don't think so. At work we did once. Not in my own projects, I don't think so. Where's it go? Oh, the Amazon Echo and Google Home. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of having something in my home that's continuously listening to me. I am about to start in electronics. Do you have anything to say that would be helpful? Have fun and stick with it. And do whatever, work on whatever projects interest you. You know, don't try and formally learn electronics from scratch and all that sort of crap. No, just dabble around on projects that interest you, and you'll learn a lot. Wow, my Picket 3 video was 8 years ago. Shit, man. That's a long time ago. Do I think a robotics degree is worth pursuing? Yeah, certainly. For sure. You have an unlimited money and you have to buy something, but it has to be electronic. What would it be? Can I include a DeLorean? Like a fully converted time machine DeLorean because it's got electronics in it? I so want one. Like, seriously, if I was rich, I'd be... Well, like, I don't have the time to build it myself, right? To buy a DeLorean and build it myself and convert it myself. I'd pay someone to do the conversion. There's a guy here in Sydney who has one, and I wanted to... I was going to go visit him, but that was the time around the anniversary, like the actual date Marty McFly went into the future, and he was too busy, and he was overseas and he's got a converted time machine DeLorean, and he worked on the official restoration of it. And yeah, if I had an infinite amount of money, I'd go and make him an offer he couldn't refuse on his time machine DeLorean. That'd be so cool. Oh man. Yep. How often do I check the dumpster? Oh, every time I'm down there, because I'm in a different building now. Where I'm sitting now is my office where I edit. I have a window and a balcony, and it's good. Whereas the lab doesn't have any of that crap, and that's where the good dumpster is. I have a dumpster here in this building, but I've found is a monitor. That's it. Do a collab with AVE. As I said, doing a collaboration video is just to do it well is not easy. Haven't figured out a way to do it well. Why do you think people keep asking you about AVE? I don't know, because he's got a big fan base. Like, how many? He's got more subscribers than me, doesn't he? Same with Big Clive. He's approaching me now. He's got like 300,000-400,000 or something, doesn't he? Like, the popular YouTuber, and they'll talk about Great Scott, AVE, Big Clive, Electro Boom. Because they're big, right? And yeah, so everyone knows them. That's why they keep talking about them. Yeah, some people need to man up. You're not angry. No, I'm just enthusiastic, and I hate bullshit, and I like educating people. And if that comes across as angry, well, that's your problem, not mine. And you're wrong. No, I haven't worked with OpenSpark. I've worked, not the open source ones, so no, I've worked with like the NIOS core and stuff like that. Donation option on this chat feed. I don't know. Can you enable a donation option on a chat feed? Oh, you can do super chat, right? That's right. Don't YouTube have like super chat? Whatever happened to that? Is that still a thing? I've never tried it. Annoying allows you to go like super chat. Allows viewers to pay money to pin a content on live streams. So I don't even know if my channel has the ability to, toggle timestamps. Ooh. Oh, should I? Hey, timestamps. There we go. No, it's 1:50. Oh yeah, 2 p. Yep, yeah, 1:53 p.m. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. here. Shit, it's 2 p. It's 2 p.m. I gotta go. Seriously, I should go. I'll give it five more minutes. 5 more minutes. I've got to go. So yeah, I don't have the super chat. You're watching this from Jordan. Cool. Year of the solar subway. Will software engineers code themselves out of a job with AI? No. Let the blue smoke out on a really expensive piece of equipment. Not expensive, but I've let the smoke out on really deadline sensitive equipment, which you could say is expensive. Yeah. Super Chat's actually disabled in Australia. Okay, right. Yeah. I don't think that's a good thing anyway. Dave can make a fortune with Super Chat, I doubt it. How much does it cost to like pin a comment up there? Does it make any sense to immigrate from Europe to Australia to work as a software developer or electronics engineer? Do you think to get a good job in the areas? It's not difficult to get a job here if you've got the talent and the enthusiasm, you'll always get a job. But you've got to have a work visa. Like, don't just turn up and expect to get a job. and having a work visa may not get you like a full-time job. You'd probably have to get a contract role, stuff like that. Yeah, AVE's got he's got more subs. He appeals to a larger audience. There's just more people out there that love that shop humor, you know. And he like, of course. I'm just sick of hearing about Internet of Things. That's all. Homebrew Powerwall. No, I'm not going to do a homebrew Powerwall. I think it's a bad idea. What should I specialize in if I want to be a roboticist? I don't know. Specialize in motor control, pneumatics, and all that sort of jazz, all that mechanical stuff. No, I'm not doing anything. No, I've never had anything to do with aircraft electronics. I was in the Navy field. Really? Thousands per stream on Super Chats. Wow. Yes, I follow Lewis Rossman. I like Lewis. He's a straight shooter, like me. No bullshit straight shooter is Lewis. I like people like that. Oh, you can donate whatever you want, and the higher price goes further up the Super Chat chain. Is that how it works? No, I don't play any video games anymore. I used to be really into that when I was teens and early 20s, but nah. Hi from Norwich. No, we've already talked about the alien contact thing. Done that to death. Oh. Did I sell the 300k scope? The $300,000 oscilloscope I found in a dumpster. Does someone want to break it to him? Does someone want to tell him? Does someone want to tell Ed? There's no special guests coming up that I booked. Do I like moonshine? No, I don't like alcohol. Time to have lunch. You're damn right. It's 2 o'clock. Oh, I used to play Duke Nukem, World of Warcraft before it was an internet thing. You know, when you had to serial connect your computers. World of Warcraft. Network Duke Nukem, Network Doom, stuff like that. Yeah, there was a friend of mine used to just spend all weekend playing that stuff. Yeah. No, it's a big planet. Andreas. Planned obsolescence of phones. Oh, well, it's the nature of the market. Vote with your money. The more you donate, the longer it stays pinned. Okay. What about the new office space? Yeah, that new Altium office space is great, isn't it? Yeah. Is the BM235 gone forever? No, I've got another 200 shipping to me right now. They're on the plane. No. It's too popular. I'm not discontinuing the BM235. It's massively popular. It's great. I was shocked by how popular that became. Yes, they do think companies will pay $300,000 for an oscilloscope. That's nothing for a company if you need that bleeding edge performance. Yeah. Okay, we will report and block. Yep, Ben Barnes is gone ski. Yes, I've been to Europe, France, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, UK. Yes, I'm going to do more EEV Discover videos. Yeah, I need to get off my ass. Keep hassling me. Keep hassling me. Just say 5 more minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes later. I have several PCB rulers, but only use the EEVblog. It's the only one that has the holes right at the end, so you can test pin sizes with it. Yeah, I'm going to do the new micro ruler. I've been meaning to do it, like, how many years now? God, it's almost done. I just got one single panel left to do, then send it out. How is Sagan? Sagan's doing well. He's in year 2 this year. Wow. The Altium Office Space one got you. You're embarrassed when you realise, yeah. That was a last minute thing. I thought, what can I do? What can I do? And then I don't know how it popped into my head, but I raced out there and shot that footage. Got it single take, first take. I was in a hurry. Just got single take, boom, back in the car, gone. And that was great. People keep asking about it. It's unbelievable. Yes, I work out. Does it show? I'm in great shape. Thank you very much. Look at that. Yeah. Yes, I'm in good shape. But I'm not huge bodybuilder like the other. I train for muscular endurance mostly. Yep. Thank you. I will have a great 2018. You too. Any big plans for New Year's? No, I just want to get the Kickstarter over and done with. And want to get those EEV Discover videos. I need to get out more. Really? Spending my life in the bloody lab and office. How many push-ups can I do? I can do clap-in push-ups. Does anyone want to see me do clap-in push-ups? Nah, I'm not into marathon running. It's bad for my knees. No one answered the scope question. Do a backflip. Do it, show off. Legs doing fine. Knees doing great. Yep. People want me to do the clapping push-ups. Whoop. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. It's not going to work, is it? I don't know. Can people see it? I don't know. Woo! anyone see that? Did that even show up? I don't know. Maybe I can go watch my own live stream. Oh, sorry. Got to turn the camera back. Ta-da. Yeah, you saw them. Show off. Oh dear, oh dear. EV Gym. Rocky theme plays. Oh dear. Can I solder SMD while doing a push-up? I don't know, probably. One hand. Use the old 3 hands. Nah, there's no point mining anymore, mining currency. Just invest and just put the money in. Can you do a double clap? Don't know, I don't think I've tried a double clap. Probably. Production. How often do I clean up my lab? Not very. This is just the office here. Can I tell you something about having multiple offices thing? It's just that the lab is with David. David's full time now. We just don't have enough room in there, and it's depressing because it doesn't have a window. You know, here I've got a window and a balcony, fresh air. Like, it's just so much better. And yeah, and like when we're packing and shipping products, it just like I could have got one much bigger lab, but there's various reasons why I didn't do that. So I've got an office where I edit videos and do the packing and shipping and stuff, and do all the other office related crap and screen capture videos and things like that. I can do here. It's just much nicer. It's a lifestyle thing. You know, I spent too many years in that little windowless cubicle in the lab. You know, like I just, yep. So I rent another place. No, I'm not going to grab the rocket and make sound effects. I did that on a live stream with Thunderfoot. We had a live hangout, and I picked it up. I picked up the rocket, and it fell apart. Fell apart. Anyway, yeah. Can I do the Russian boot camp no hands push up? I don't know what the Russian boot camp no hands push up is. Oh dear. Yes, I'm going to travel during the holidays. Yes, go and walk about. Anyway, look, I got to go. It's like way past 2. So thanks for joining me on the impromptu live show, and have a good New Year's. See you on the other side. Yes, I love you. Love yous all. Love yous all. Sorry, that's an Australian gag. It's kind of like the. Anyway. Yep. See ya. Well, I should say, catch you next time. That's my catchphrase, isn't it? Catch you next time. How do I stop this damn thing?